Well, good evening, everyone, and all of you early arrivers. 16 and a half minutes before we get this 2017-2018 basketball season underway. Glad to have you along with us here this evening. We'll do a little adjustment here on the volume, trying not to blow you out of the house, as we always have some new toys to play with as we start a new season, and this one is no exception. As you see on the Twitter feed up in the upper left-hand corner, congratulations to the Gordon-Rushville one-act play team, as they are district champions and they are headed to state. And that, folks, is a tremendous accomplishment. So congratulations to all those one-act play participants and their coaches as well. Under 16 minutes left before we get this one underway between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hemingford Bobcats. We're going to step aside and mute the sound for just a bit. We'll be back with some starting lineups and all the rest here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
There is a new world out there, revealing itself in unpredictable ways. A world that demands more from the land and those who grow, farm, and build on it. This new world calls for the ingenuity to get more out of it, while preserving as much as we can. After all, to stay ahead of tomorrow, we need to be equipped for it today.
Hin's Home Furnishings of Gordon has a great selection of flooring, sofas, recliners, mattresses, tables, appliances, and much more. Even if you don't see it, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. Check out their holiday recliner sale going on now. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Hin's Home Furnishings is located at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Give them a call at 308-282-0464.
The Gordon Memorial Health Services welcomes Dr. Rob Schliefferth as he brings his ENT specialty clinic to Gordon Memorial Hospital. Dr. Schliefferth started seeing patients yesterday, and he's excited to bring his services to our community. To schedule your appointment, call 605-791-0602.
When you go to a doctor or hospital, your insurance company pays for this much. The rest is on you. So if these are the savings you'll dip into while you're out of work, Aflac can help. Helps to cover the stuff that isn't covered by your regular insurance, so your bills won't be totally bananas.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
Apply during your company's annual open enrollment. Stock up on benefits, you're set for the year.
11 minutes and 30 seconds left in the pregame warm-ups before we get this season underway. Tonight it is the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hemingford Bobcats coming to you from the Hemingford Gymnasium here, a very intimate setting. Everybody right close to the court, including ourselves, and guaranteed to be a fantastic atmosphere. Lots of noise in here tonight as these two teams get ready to get this season underway. This is a pair of teams that are both looking to rebuild in a major way from a year ago. As we take a look at season records from last year, if we can get those pulled up, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, we got to get the right one here, bear with me. Gordon-Rushville last year with a season record of 16 wins and 7 losses. It was a fantastic season for the Mustangs. And for the Hemingford Bobcats, it was an outstanding season as well, as they went 20-6, falling in the district championship, one game away from making it to the state tournament. This year is very different for both teams, as both of these outfits will be trying to replace a whole bunch of starters, a whole lot of scoring, and so it is a new era for both the Bobcats and the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs here tonight. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the Hemingford Bobcats, starters tonight will be number 11, Anna Manning. Number 13 is Kelly Horstman. Number 22, Lauren Gasling. Number 23 is Mackenzie Chancellor. And number 24 is Josie Stewart. For the Mustangs, it'll be Callie Schultz, Rianne Ferguson, Sierra Garrett, Jacoby Knight, and Gracie Perez, the starting 5 for Gordon-Rushville. And as always, please bear with us, as anytime you have to rely on the internet, you never know exactly what's going to happen. And as we look down the line here, you can't see this, but we used to be all by ourselves at these games. And tonight, no fewer than 4 cameras, 2 computers, and a whole bunch of folks up here all broadcasting at the same time, and I suspect all trying to use the same bandwidth. And so you know how this deal goes. If we do happen to drop, make sure that you stick around, reload, try again, because we will get this thing back up and going as we move through the broadcast. So we certainly hope that we don't have any difficulties, but you never know quite what will happen. And so again, we mentioned it earlier at the top of the broadcast, and we'll mention it several more times as we go through the evening. Congratulations to the Gordon-Rushville one-act play cast, crew, and coaches, as they were district champions this afternoon. And they were looking at the rankings right now. They were first place by all 3 judges, and that, folks, is a feat in and of itself. So congratulations, the one-act play cast and crew and coaches heading to the state one-act play competition. I believe that is next weekend, so give those kids a hearty congratulations when you see them. 8 minutes and 15 seconds in the warm-up here. We've got some copyrighted music, of course, as you can probably tell in the background. We don't want any pop-ups to show up on your broadcast, so we're going to mute the sound until we get a little closer to game time. 8 minutes on the dot before the opening tip between the Mustangs and the Hemingford Bobcats.
You won't notice any untamed acreage here, a retaining wall that needs rebuilding, or an old gnarled tree stump in the middle of a field. Why? Because it's already been taken care of. That's why. New Holland has the power and versatility to create whatever world you imagine. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on any compact tractor at your local New Holland dealer. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Hin's Home Furnishings of Gordon has a great selection of flooring, sofas, recliners, mattresses, tables, appliances, and much more. Even if you don't see it, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. Check out their holiday recliner sale going on now. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Hin's Home Furnishings is located at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Give them a call at 308-282-0464.
You okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Aflac!
Well, folks, we are just about ready to get this one underway. 1 minute and 40 seconds before this 2017-2018 season gets underway. Always an exciting time of year. We try and get everything set and ready to go as we are just about a minute away from the national anthem and the introductions of the starting lineups. We'll give those to you one more time in case you missed them earlier. For the Hemingford Bobcats, starters tonight will be Anna Manning, Kelly Horstman, Lauren Gasling, Mackenzie Chancellor, and Josie Stewart. For the Mustangs this evening, starters Callie Schultz, Rianne Ferguson, Sierra Garrett, Jacoby Knight, and Gracie Perez. Both teams heading over to the benches. And we are just about ready to turn it over to the public address announcer to get the festivities underway.
Good evening. Would everyone please rise for the playing of the national anthem by the Hemingford High School Band. Starting lineup for the visiting Lady Mustangs. 5'7" junior, number 11, Leanne Ferguson. 5'6" junior, number 12, Kelly Schultz. 5'9" sophomore, number 15, Sierra Garrett. 5'6" sophomore, number 30, Jordan Knight. And a 5'5" junior, number 40, Gracie Perez. The Lady Mustangs were coached by Leonard Schroeder. Get up, Bobcat Nation, for your Lady Bobcats! 5'6" senior, number 11, Anna Manning. 5'9" senior, number 13, Kelly Horseman. 5'10" junior, number 22, Lauren Gasling. 5'7" sophomore, number 23, Mackenzie Chancellor. And 5'5" junior, number 24, Josie Stewart. The Lady Bobcats are coached by Steve Garega.
So there are the starting lineups, and we are just about ready to get this season underway. Great to have all of you with us here this evening. Good group of you along with us. And we look forward to an outstanding game here this evening. As we said earlier, both of these teams trying to find a way to rebuild after losing a whole crop of seniors a year ago. So this should be fun. 8 minutes on the clock. Sierra Garrett out there in the center circle ready to jump it up against Lauren Gasling. Mustangs in the all-black road uniforms. Hemingford in the white jerseys with the red numbers. And the tip is won by the Mustangs. And then Ferguson throws that one just beyond the outstretched arms of Jacoby Knight out of bounds. First turnover of the game. It goes against the Mustangs. Now the Mustangs are going to apply some pressure here. A little full court pressure here. Hemingford goes over the top, but that one through the fingertips of Mackenzie Chancellor. And the Mustangs will get it back. Just underway in the first quarter here. 7:47 to go in the first quarter. Callie Schultz brings it up the floor to trigger the offense. Goes over onto the wing, but that's taken away by the Bobcats. This is Chancellor with the steal. Goes cross court, now down into the corner. Back up top they go. Gasling will gather it back in, and the Bobcats will reset. They go down to the baseline. Now they kick it out. High post this time for Horseman. Goes down low for Chancellor. That shot won't go. And Sierra Garrett with the rebound. Now here comes Jacoby Knight. Finds Gracie Perez. Three-pointer on the way. That one's in and out. No good. Battle for the rebound. And that's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say Mustang basketball. 7:09 to go first quarter. No score here between the Mustangs and the Bobcats. Gracie Perez will inbound the basketball. Looks over the top, finds Callie Schultz. Now they swing it around to Knight. She'll penetrate into the lane. Flips it down low to the baseline for Ferguson. She stepped on the line. Hemingford basketball with 7:03 to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs playing a little three-quarter court 1-2-1-1 trap here. Hemingford over the top. They defeat the press easily. Here's Chancellor, lays that one up, and good. We'll have to try and figure out the scoreboard as that one's tipped out of bounds by Gasling. There we've got it going. And so now into the game for the Mustangs is Grace Anderson. Comes in to take the place of Rianne Ferguson. So the Mustangs inbound it. Quick release that time by Callie Schultz. Good offensive rebound that time. Sierra Garrett up and good. And the Mustangs on the board. Sierra Garrett with the first points of the season for Gordon-Rushville. Hemingford once again over the top they go, but they turn it over this time. That's Anderson coming away with the steal. 6:25 to go first quarter. Schultz onto the wing for Perez. Directs some traffic now. They go inside, down on the block for Knight. She is fouled, can't quite get the scoop to go, but she'll have two free throws. 6:15 to go first quarter. Give that foul to Lauren Gasling. That is her first. And it puts Jacoby at the night for two free throws. First one is up, and it is good. Now substitution as Tatum Swanson comes in for Mackenzie Chancellor. And she made them both. More pressure by the Mustangs. This is Gasling losing the handle, but she gets it back. Over the top she goes again. Underneath the basket, a little too far under that time. The rebound is up and good. Not sure who pulled or put that in, but here comes Callie Schultz the other way. Leaves it off for Sierra Garrett. And Garrett's got 2 more. She's got 4 in the game. Back to more pressure by the Mustangs. Again, Hemingford able to break that, and then Sierra Garrett runs into Josie Stewart, picks up her first foul. Now Beth Bragg comes in for Gracie Perez. And the camera person, my lovely wife Jean, says she apologizes for the picture. This is really a hard place to shoot video from. We are right on top of the court, and it's very, very difficult to keep everything adjusted like we would really like to have it. That one's tipped by Knight, but recovered underneath. The Mustangs are going to come away with it out of that scrum. Callie Schultz down the left side, drives into the lane. That one is blocked, and then bumped out of bounds was Beth Bragg. Hemingford with the turnover. Nearly gave it back. Gasling with the shot. That was a wild one that didn't find iron. And this one is getting wild in a hurry. Mustangs will try and slow things down just a little bit here. They lead it 6-4, 4:50 to go in this first quarter. Knight puts it on the floor, drives into the lane, scoop shot, up and under, good. Jacoby Knight now with 4 points, and more pressure, this time taken away by Sierra Garrett, 3-on-1. They go in the middle for Bragg, tipped over her head, and then that is Horstman coming away with the rebound, 8-4. And that one's going to sail out of bounds, and another Bobcat turnover. And so now this Mustang pressure starting to take its toll on Hemingford. They're going to call a timeout and talk this one over. 4 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs out in front, 8-4. Folks, stop in and take advantage of True Value of Gordon's Wrap It Up sale now through December 10th. Save big on Christmas lights and decorations. They've got a DeWalt 20-volt drill/driver combo and a Milwaukee drill impact combo and much more. Stop in and see Buck and the gang at 217 North Main Street in Gordon. 4:24 left to go in the first quarter. Trying to get our legs underneath of us for this basketball season. The Mustangs out in front 8-4. And again, we apologize, kind of on top of ourselves here. As you're picking up our broadcast computer in the foreground, we apologize for that. But here is Callie Schultz with the ball, goes ahead quickly to Jacoby Knight, drives in, and they're going to say she traveled. That'll give it back to Hemingford on their own baseline. This will be Kelly Horstman with the inbounds. And more pressure by Gordon-Rushville. Horstman picked up by Garrett. They'll get it across, and then a blocking foul called on Beth Bragg. That'll be her first. Second team foul on the Mustangs. So this will be Anna Manning to inbound it across the court from us. Manning looks, finally throws it in, and it's taken away by Jacoby Knight. Coming back the other way, Gordon-Rushville. Knight spins into the lane, up and under this time, pushed, no foul. And Gasling clears the rebound. Looks down court over the head of Swanson and out of bounds. That was a mighty throw by Gasling. A little bit too hard. And another turnover. So turnovers by each team here in the early going. Beth Bragg is going to get it in to Callie Schultz as Hemingford wants to apply some pressure of their own. Bragg leaves it for Garrett. Right back to Schultz. Rebounded by Anderson, tries to get it out, and finally Schultz clears it and brings it out, and they'll reset. High post for Anderson. She fires it up quickly, high off the glass and no good. And the rebound by Horseman. They get it to Gasling. She crosses over. Now the Mustangs with 3 players on Gasling. They go to the baseline, and that one is blocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Bobcats. Mackenzie Chancellor had a good shot at the basket there, but blocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Garrett gets a breather. And this will be Jayla Bramer into the game for the first time. They go over the top. They'll find Anna Manning. They quickly work it around the horn to Gasling in the corner. She works against Anderson. Gets it down low and then tipped out of bounds. They're going to say off of Bramer's knee, and it'll stay with the Bobcats. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Horseman to inbound. Over the top to Gasling. Bragg guarding her, and that is a big mismatch. Gasling pulls the trigger for 2 from the top of the key. And it's 6-8. So Anderson on the wing, looks, up top for Bragg. Works to the right to the wing for Bramer. One dribble and back up to Knight. Fakes it into the lane, kicks it out for Anderson. That's blocked by Gasling. Anderson gets it back. Schultz drives into the lane, high up over top of Gasling. Jacoby Knight is there. And Jacoby Knight and Callie Schultz battling for that rebound, and they're called for the travel, and they'll turn it over. So now into the game for the Mustangs comes number 14. And I believe that is Shelby Holbert. Not enough spaces on the score sheet to list everybody, so we kind of have to work on the fly depending on who comes into the game. So Shelby Holbert, number 14, into the game for the Mustangs. So on the floor for Gordon-Rushville, Bramer, Anderson, Holbert, Bragg, and Knight. Bragg feeds it into the corner for Bramer. Her shot is too strong and tipped out of bounds off of Holbert, and it'll be Hemingford basketball. 2:19 to go in the first quarter. Gasling calls out the play. She'll be picked up at half court by Bragg. Onto the wing for Manning. They feed it down inside for Horseman. Her layup won't go. And a good tough rebound there by Jacoby Knight. Got Holbert turned around. She wasn't ready for the outlet pass, and the Mustangs turn it over. Gasling out on that wing. Finds a teammate down on the block, but can't get it to fall, and it's tipped out of bounds, as that was Kyla Walker with the shot that wouldn't fall. And now Ferguson back in for Anderson for the Mustangs. 1:49 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead it by 2. Bragg will bring it up, works against pressure here. There's Gasling with a steal. Reached in and took that pass away from Shelby Holbert. That shot is up and good, and we are tied at 8. Jacoby Knight now tries to work her way out of the trap. Able to keep that dribble alive. As now Hemingford playing some good, tough defense here. 1:19 to go. Bragg on the wing. Looks. Now they'll go high post for Jayla Bramer, and she shuffled her feet, trying to find some room to work. She's called for the travel. 1:11 to go. And now Perez and Garrett will come in. Bramer and Holbert head to the bench. So the Mustangs are going to use a whole lot of folks this season, try and play an up-tempo pressing game. Now they're going to fall back into a 1-3-1 zone, it would appear. Gasling works against Bragg. Goes down low, taken away by Rianne Ferguson. Under a minute to go now. Gracie Perez crosses the timeline. Cross-court pass to Bragg. She'll leave it outside for Garrett and swing it out, and now around. Gracie Perez has it on the wing. 48 seconds to go. Cross-court pass to Ferguson. Looks inside for Garrett, and she is hacked. That was Gasling with a big swing that time, and that'll be her second foul. Lauren Gasling got her money's worth on that one. Tied at 8, and that'll be 2 free throws for Sierra Garrett. She's got 4 points on the night. She lines up the first. It's no good. Now substitutions as Bragg comes out, Callie Schultz back in. And Gasling will head to the bench for the Hemingford Bobcats. Garrett with the second free throw. She missed them both. And a good rebound that time by Chancellor. Horseman brings it up the far side. This is Manning with the shot. That one a little bit too strong, and then over the back comes Chancellor, and that'll be Mackenzie Chancellor's first foul of the night. Well, that is the third team foul as the Mustangs are ready to get things going, but they need to wait for the fellow with the whistle. Now they'll inbound it, and away we go. Callie Schultz crosses the timeline with it. Mustangs set it up, ready to go to work. Tied at 8, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. That pass intended for Jacoby Knight, but taken away by the Bobcats. 17 seconds now. Over the top, but a little too far over the top, all the way into the concession stand. And the Mustangs will have 14.2 seconds to work. Well, we knew it was going to be fast-paced, and it certainly has not disappointed. Knight crosses the timeline with 10 to go. Works down to the corner. They go inside to Sierra Garrett. That shot won't go. Callie Schultz with the rebound and the shot at the buzzer. Callie Schultz with her first points of the season at the buzzer. The Mustangs, after one, lead it 10-8.
Hin's Home Furnishings of Gordon has a great selection of flooring, sofas, recliners, mattresses, tables, appliances, and much more. Even if you don't see it, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. Check out their holiday recliner sale going on now. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Hin's Home Furnishings is located at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Give them a call at 308-282-0464.
So we head to the second quarter, and folks, Gordon Superfoods and Ideal Market of Rushville have great savings this week on Bar S. Frank's, Whole Choice New York's, and much more. Superfoods is located on Highway 20 in Gordon and Ideal Market on Highway 20 in Rushville. Both of them open 7 days a week. Ready to get this second quarter underway. Hemingford will have the basketball to start things off. Anna Manning will inbound it. Gets it into Horstman, and away we go in quarter number 2. 1-3-1 zone by the Mustangs. Go on the wing this time. Now back to Manning. Manning looks inside. They go high post, now right back outside. This is Jory Stewart, misses that one. Over the top to Callie Schultz, 2-on-1. Callie cuts into the lane and lays it up and good. Back to a 4-point lead for the Mustangs, 7.5 to go, second quarter. Manning drives in, tied up, and we got a jump ball, held ball called, and this will be Mustang basketball with the alternating possession. Gasling and Swanson back in. Stewart and one other Bobcat to the bench. Callie Schultz gets it ahead to Gracie Perez on that left wing. Now down into the corner for Garrett. Drives baseline, up, and gets it to roll. Gets the roll, it's good. 14-8, Garrett with 6 points. Gasling across to Manning. Mustangs now in a 2-1-2 zone, trying to switch it up, giving Hemingford as many different looks as they possibly can here. That one tipped. Callie couldn't quite come down with it. Swanson with the quick release that time. Gracie Perez with a rebound. Callie Schultz brings it up. Cross-court pass to Knight. 6:43 to go. Knight sizes it up for three. In and out, no good. Horstman with the rebound. And now they get it in the hands of Gasling. She crosses the timeline. She'll work against Callie Schultz. Down to the low block for Horstman. Muscles that one up and rebounded by Garrett. Out ahead quickly to Schultz. She finds Jacoby Knight, lays it up, and good. Jacoby Knight with 6 points, and the Mustangs have opened up an 8-point lead, and there's a steal by Rianne Ferguson. Quickly out ahead to Callie Schultz again. Schultz working on Manning, works her way around her, lays it up, and good. And the Mustangs on a run here. And Hemingford has to call a timeout. That's a big run, folks. 18-8 in a minute 59 to start this second quarter. Timeout on the floor by the Bobcats. Folks, Open Range Beef of Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and our community. And definitely great community supporters. Say thanks to Open Range Beef. And whether your tooth was knocked out going up for a layup or you chipped it while eating stadium popcorn, come on down to see Dr. Robert Ferguson and his outstanding staff at Gordon Dental for all of your dental needs, and he will gently fix you right up. And also check out the great selection of sale items now at Hins Clothing in Gordon. They also have a great selection of sportswear, casual wear, jeans, shoes, and much more. Come to Hins Clothing Center at 208 North Main Street in Gordon. 6:01 left to go in this second quarter. Mustangs led it 10-8, but they've opened up this second quarter on an 8-0 run, and they've got a 10-point lead with 6:01 left to go in the second. The Mustangs back into that 1-3-1 zone. Callie Schultz ready to pick up Horseman, and as she crosses the center stripe. That pass a little bit too high. Anna Manning comes down with it, though. Into the corner they go for Chancellor. She'll bring it up to the top of the key. Looks inside. Tip taken away by the Mustangs. Out in front to Jacoby Knight. Jacoby bobbled it. Lost the handle. Not happy. Had an easy layup and just slipped out of her fingers. 5:40 to go, and back to the Bobcats with the basketball. This is Horseman bringing it down the left side this time. Schultz picks her up. Now back to Manning. Tries to go down into the corner. Gasling with a good head fake. Puts up a little floater. That one won't go. And the rebound by Horseman, and she's going to be fouled by Sierra Garrett. Garrett picks up her second foul. Garrett out of position that time. Took a swing and picks up the foul. That'll put Kelly Horseman at the line for two. First one is off the mark. Now substitutes come in for the Bobcats. This will be Jory Stewart and Josie Stewart. Jory and Josie Stewart into the game. And now Garrett will have to come out. Jayla Bramer comes in to take her place. .5:22 to go, second quarter. Horseman sizes up the second free throw, lets it go, and it's good. And folks, I apologize. This scoring thing boggles me once in a while. There is a big block by Gasling. Mustangs with the rebound, and now a battle for it, and we're going to have a push called on Bramer. She was trying to get to that loose basketball. 18-9. I apologize that scoreboard wasn't keeping up, didn't realize it, coming out of the timeout. Everything's got a little quirk to it, including the scoreboard. 5:03 to go, second quarter. Mustangs lead it by 9. And that one is taken away by Callie Schultz. Callie lays it up, can't get that one to fall. Gasling heaves one down the floor to Anna Manning. Good defense by the Mustangs that time, and now we got another foul called on the shot. We're going to give that one to Jacoby Knight. So that is the 5th team foul on the Mustangs, and it puts Horstman back at the line for 2 shots. First one is good. Swanson comes back into the lineup. She'll take the place of Josie Stewart. 4:44 left to go, second quarter. Mustangs lead it by 8. And now they lead it by 7. 3 straight Kelly Horstman free throws. Cross court to Schultz, now back to Perez. Around to Knight. Zone defense here by Hemingford. High post for Bramer. Loses the handle on it, and this is picked up by Horstman. Schultz with the good defense that time, able to keep from drawing the foul, and then a foul called on the rebound. And they're going to give this one to Callie Schultz. That is her first. So this will put Jory Stewart at the free throw line for 2. She makes the first. Perez out, Bragg back into the lineup. And the lead is cut to 6. 4:23 to go, second quarter. Stewart misses the second. Bramer clears the rebound. Knight looks ahead to Callie Schultz. Kicks it back to Bragg, but Horstman is there to take it away. The Mustangs had a good run to start this second quarter. Hemingford's been able to recover. Horstman looks inside, and that is a foul. Jory Stewart's going to have 2 more free throws. Give that foul to Rianne Ferguson. That is team foul number 7 on the Mustangs, and so Hemingford into the 1-and-1. Stewart's first is up and good. Cuts the lead to 5. This is the second. They're going to say a lane violation. And the Mustangs will get the basketball back. And now Hemingford's going to apply some full court pressure. Ferguson to inbound it. They get it into Beth Bragg. Ahead to Bramer. Bramer drives to the corner, kicks it back out to Ferguson, and now to Schultz as they set the offense. 3:53 to go in the second quarter. Bragg into the corner for Knight as they work against this zone defense, and we got a foul called on the floor. A push called against one of the Bobcats. That'll be Horstman picking up her first foul. The 4th team foul. And now this will be Grace Anderson coming in for Rianne Ferguson. They get it into Anderson, but she can't handle it. And out of bounds. Mustang will turn it over. Callie Schultz is going to get a little bit of a break. Shelby Holbert into the Mustang lineup. Gasling looks down to the baseline. Anna Manning pulls the trigger, up and good. And we have a 3-point game here. The Mustangs led by 10. And that one saved back in by Anderson. The quick shot up and good. I think that was Shelby Holbert with the quick shot that time. 20-15, and that's the first points the Mustangs have scored since 6:01 left in the second quarter. A quick shot this time by Swanson is up and good. 20-17, and a timeout called by Coach Randy Holbert. 3:01 left to go in the second quarter. Mustangs lead it by 3. The First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Ask about their competitive student checking accounts. Good luck this season, Mustangs. And the certified public accounting firm of Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan wishes good luck to the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Visit with CPAs Sarah Rickgarn or Mike Coombs or any of the other professional staff at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. Or you can call 282-0842 for all of your tax, payroll, and accounting needs. GLR CPAs, big firm ability, small town personality. Go Mustangs! So Hemingford with some full court pressure again. Beth Bragg works it up the sideline, defeats the pressure. Goes down low, finds Jayla Bramer. Good strong move to the basket by Bramer, but couldn't quite finish. And Hemingford brings it quickly down the floor. Grace Anderson with that basketball, and then the foul called on Chancellor. That is her second. So a good, strong move that time by Grace Anderson to fight through and draw that foul. Beth Bragg quickly ahead to Jacoby Knight. Jacoby dribbles around Gasling. Over the top, but taken away by Manning. Ill-advised pass there. Manning the other way. Contact, but no foul. And now here come the Mustangs. 2-on-1. Bramer drives in and can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. Has it blocked by Horseman. Well, Bramer's had some opportunities this evening. Just hasn't been able to quite finish. She'll have plenty of opportunities as we go through this season. Here's Kelly Horseman for three. Good. And that'll tie it at 20. That one over the top of Holbert's head and out of bounds. 1:58 to go in the second quarter, and the Mustangs' 10-point lead has evaporated. Schultz and Ferguson back in. Knight and Bragg to the bench. So Anna Manning walks it up the floor. 1-3-1 defense by the Mustangs. Gasling over the top to Chancellor. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Rhiann Ferguson. And now Callie Schultz will walk it up the floor. They'll pick her up at half court. Drives in, drives all the way down the lane, and that one is blocked. They're going to say off of Schultz and out of bounds. So Lauren Gasling able to get a paw on it and slap it out of bounds. Tied at 20 with a minute and a half to go in this first half. Mustangs still in that 1-3-1 zone. Manning sets it up out front, now onto the wing for Swanson. Back across to Gasling. Has it knocked out of her hands. Now she'll pick that dribble up. Puts up the shot off glass and good. Lauren Gasling with 4 points. Into the corner for Ferguson. The big challenge for the Mustangs is finding those scorers. Bramer from the corner. That one overshot everything. And a collision out of bounds. They're going to say off the Mustangs. Lucky that Callie Schultz wasn't called for a foul there. 51 seconds left to go. Second quarter. Mustangs trail by 2. Manning dribbles in, now to the corner. Back up top for Gasling. Puts up the shot, and that one's no good. Battle for the rebound. Schultz down there, and she is going to be called for the foul. Callie Schultz picks up her second. Anna Manning to the line for 2. 31.9 seconds left in this first half. Hemingford trailed by 10. They now lead it by 2. First one no good. Kelly Horseman comes in for Gasling. Manning lines up the second. That one also no good. 30 seconds for the Mustangs to work. Callie Schultz switches hands, crosses over, goes down low. That one is off the fingertips of Grace Anderson and out of bounds. The Mustangs learning their way here. A whole bunch of young players on the floor trying to find the combination. We've got a whole season to do it. Anna Manning, 16 seconds. Horseman pulls the trigger. That one finds its way home. Callie Schultz with 6-5. She goes down low for Bramer. Bramer up and good. Jayla finally finds the scoreboard. Her first points of the season, first of her career. 24-22 at the half. Gordon-Rushville trails by 2.
When the field is your office, you never get tired of going to work. Cut, rake, bale, repeat. New Holland offers the power and versatility to get through the day. From small squares to large squares and everything in between, New Holland has you covered. Visit your local dealer today to find out more. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
2.5 minutes left to go on the halftime break. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring totals for these two teams. In the first half, for the Mustangs, 3 players each with 6 points. That would be Callie Schultz, Sierra Garrett, and Jacoby Knight. And then also Jayla Bramer with 2, and Shelby Holbert with 2, and that rounds out the Mustang scoring. For the Hemingford Bobcats, Kelly Horseman leads the way. She's got 8 points. Tatum Swanson with 2, Anna Manning with 2, Jory Stewart with 2, Lauren Gasling with 4, Mackenzie Chancellor with 2, and Josie Stewart also with 2. As we look at fouls for the Mustangs, Callie Schultz and Sierra Garrett each with 2 fouls at the half. Jayla Bramer with 1, Beth Bragg with 1, and Jacoby Knight also with 1 foul. For the Hemingford Bobcats, Lauren Gasling and Mackenzie Chancellor each with 2 fouls. Kelly Horseman with just 1. 24-22. Hemingford leads by 2 at the half. Just a little over a minute left to go in the halftime break. And again, if you haven't noticed on the Twitter feed, Gordon-Rushville Mustang one-act play is the district champion this year. They are off to the state one-act play production contest. I believe that is next weekend. So congratulations to the cast, the crew, and the coaches of the Gordon-Rushville one-act play competition. As we are able to access those scores online from the one-act competition earlier today, the Mustangs received 3 first-place votes, and in fine arts terms, that's known as a picket fence. 3 number 1 ratings, and that is a tall task. That is a really fantastic honor to have 3 firsts and to win the district crown. So congratulations again. Can't say enough about all the hard work those kids, coaches, cast, and crew have put in. As we're just ready for the third quarter to get underway here in Hemingford. We've got a good one. The Mustangs led by 10. They led 18-8, but it's been a big Hemingford Bobcat run since that time. They lead at 24-22. The Bobcats will have the basketball to get the third quarter underway. Horstman looks to inbound it. Mustangs with good pressure. Gasling takes it, coming across the timeline. Now she'll go to work on Callie Schultz. 1-3-1 zone by the Mustangs to start this third quarter. They go over the top, nearly taken away. A triple team collapse there, but right back out to Gasling in the corner. She tries to find some place to go with it. Finds Manning, and now they'll reverse it around. Horseman goes down low. Chancellor blocked by Ferguson. And the Mustangs come back the other way. Just underway in the second half. Jacoby Knight lines it up onto the wing for Callie Schultz. She'll bring it up top. Hemingford also going to work in a zone here. Into the corner for Garrett. Back up for Perez. They look down on the block for Knight. Jump stop. Kicks it out front, and Knight's going to be called for the travel. Hemingford basketball with 7:13 to go. Horstman works against Schultz. Picks up her dribble now. Looks inside with 7:04 to go. Finds Manning on the wing. Hands it back to Horstman. Now down in the corner, this is Chancellor. Back up to Manning and across to Gasling. Guarded there by Perez. They go high post for Manning. Shot no good, but the rebound there by Chancellor, but taken away by the Mustangs, and then a held ball called. That was a quick held ball. The Mustangs will have possession on the alternating possession. 6:45 to go in the third quarter. No scoring yet in this second half. Schultz onto the wing for Perez. And now down in the corner for Garrett, who throws it right straight to Anna Manning. Now she'll bring it up the floor. And taken away by Callie Schultz. Picked her pocket cleanly that time. Lays it up, won't go. And the foul, though, on the offensive rebound by Rianne Ferguson. So Callie Schultz with the steal. Couldn't quite convert, but she'll have free throws. No, they'll say it's They say that's on the floor. And it's the first on Anna Manning. Garrett kicks it out to Knight. They quickly around into the corner for Perez. Missed with that one. Battle for the rebound. Mustang basketball. Out of bounds off of one of the Bobcats. 6:15 to go, third quarter. Perez to inbound. Right back to Perez in the corner. But Manning is, or excuse me, not Manning, that's Gasling there. They were hoping to get her open for a three-pointer on that inbound shot, but defended nicely. So Callie Schultz between the circles. Onto the wing, they go high post. Sierra Garrett off glass, no good. Callie Schultz is there for the rebound and the putback. Eight points for Schultz. We're tied at 24. 5:45 to go, third quarter. Gasling over the top. She goes to Horstman. She'll tee it up for three. That one is in and out, no good. Gasling hits the deck on that rebound attempt, and now we've got a foul called on Horstman. She hit the ground, but gonna have the foul called on her. That is her second. 5:33 to go. Mustangs with the basketball. Chancellor comes in, Manning out, Swanson in, and out goes number 20. That is Jory Stewart. 5:33 to go, third quarter. Schultz will bring it up and set the offense. Knight across to Perez, tees it up for three. Long three-pointer off the front of the iron. No good. And they finally get it to Horstman, who will bring it up the floor. Gasling thought about that three. That one misses everything, and the rebound by Callie Schultz. Mustangs don't have numbers, doesn't matter to Callie. Good head fake that time by Knight, but another block by Gasling. Grace Anderson is there to scoop up the rebound, though. Knight into the paint, up and good. I think if there's one adjective to describe Jacoby Knight, it is tough. That girl gets in there and works hard down in the paint. There's a three-pointer by Natalie Gasling, or excuse me, not Natalie, Lauren, Natalie being her older sister. 27-26, Hemingford back in front by one. Anderson pull-up jumper off the front of the rim, no good. And they'll get it out to Gasling. Behind the back dribble, taken away by Callie Schultz. Schultz lays it up, and good. And a timeout called on the floor. Timeout called on the floor. We've got a whole bunch of spilled something, not sure what it is that we spilled. So timeout for a cleanup on the court, as that was a thing of beauty. Let's go back and take another look at that replay. Well, we got to do a little bit of tuning on the replay. We've got that set up just a little bit too long. We apologize for that. We will fix that for you as we go here. Either way, you got the full effect as the cleanup is still underway. Not sure what got spilled over there in the student section over on the Hemingford side. But as it is, Mustangs now lead at 28-27. Callie Schultz with 10 points now. Gasling brings it up the floor, guarded by Schultz. Skip pass across to Manning, drives baseline, shot up, and good. And a 1-point advantage for Hemingford. Grace Anderson, good head fake, kicks it back out for Knight. Top of the key, drives in, jumper off glass, good. Back and forth we go. Now another steal by Schultz. Lays this one up, but a little too hard off the glass. Mustangs lead at 30-29. And another takeaway by Callie Schultz. Schultz heaves it down the floor, but she traveled. She had Jacoby Knight open one too many steps as she gathered to make the throw, and they'll turn it over. Perez out, Garrett back in, along with Bragg. So on the floor, Schultz, Bragg, Garrett, Knight, and Anderson. 3:31 to go, third quarter. Mustangs lead it by 1. Entertaining game, no doubt. That one no good. And the rebound by Knight. Quickly ahead to Callie Schultz. Out in front, lays it up, and good. Callie's making a living tonight, getting behind that defense. 32-29. Into the corner they go. New player in the game for Hemingford. Now it's Beth Bragg taking that outlet pass. Lays it up. Can't get it to fall, but she is fouled on the attempt. Beth Bragg will have 2 free throws. So number 44, Caitlin Varner, into the game for Hemingford. And at the next, after this free throw, Jayla Bramer will come in for the Mustangs. First free throw is off the back iron, no good. Bramer comes in, Garrett to the bench. 2:55 to go, third quarter. Mustangs lead it by 3. Beth Bragg with a chance to add to that. Second free throw, lines it up, and it rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gasling. She's guarded full court by Jacoby Knight. Gets it ahead to Chancellor. Horseman at the top of the key, tries the three-pointer, good. Kelly Horseman with her second tray of the night, and we're tied at 32. Over the top to nobody goes Callie Schultz, and then Beth Bragg is whistled for the foul. That is Beth Bragg's second. 2:31 to go, tied at 32. Manning picks up her dribble, looks, now she needs some help, guarded by Knight, pivots, and then taken away by Beth Bragg and taken right back by Lauren Gasling. She drives in, flips it up, that one's no good. Knight quickly ahead to Callie Schultz, can't gather that one in. Ball loose on the floor. Jayla Bramer gets a hand on it and a held ball called. Good hustle that time by the Mustangs. The outlet pass to Callie Schultz was a little bit behind her. She slowed up, couldn't gather it in. The Mustangs are going to maintain, no, they won't maintain possession here. They give it to Hemingford on the alternating possession. Tied at 32, 2:10 to go in the third quarter. What a game, folks. This has been an awful lot of fun. Great way to start the season. Gasling between the circles, guarded by Holbert. Into the corner now for Chancellor. She'll bring it out. Manning pulls up, and she traveled with it. The Mustangs all over, caused her to shuffle the feet. 1:54 to go, tied at 32. We talked a lot about the youth on the Mustang volleyball team earlier this fall. Same thing here. There's a good move by Jayla Bramer. Jayla's been able to get to the rim several times, but hasn't been able to finish. And there she's going to be whistled for the foul. One thing we saw from number 24 from Jayla Bramer in the volleyball season, she got better and better as the season progressed. Certainly expect nothing less here. Jayla picks up her second foul. Across they go to Manning this time. 1:35 to go, tipped away. Hemingford's able to get it back though. Gasling out on the wing, guarded by 2, double teamed there. Knight with the takeaway. Beth Bragg gathers it in, lays it up, good. Beth Bragg with her first points of the season. And the Mustangs now lead it by 2. 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Onto the wing for Manning. Inside, down low onto the block for Horseman. Backs her way in, misses the shot. Chancellor with the rebound and the putback. Tied at 34. Anderson drives to the baseline, kicks it back out, taken away by Gasling. A lot of turnovers by both teams in this game, but not uncommon for the first game of the season. 43 seconds to go. Mustangs back in that 1-3-1. Into the corner for Horseman. Stewart's shot won't go. Chancellor out-muscled a Mustang for the rebound that time, and here's Jayla Bramer. 30 seconds for the Mustangs to work. Tied at 34. 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bragg on the wing down into the corner for Bramer. Looks inside for Anderson. That one is blocked, as that was Jory Stewart. Anderson brought that ball down just a little bit too low. Gasling puts up the shot, but she's fouled, so Lauren Gasling will have 2 free throws. 11.2 seconds left to go, third quarter. They give that foul to Beth Bragg. That is her third. Lauren Gasling with her first 2 free throws of the night. She's got 7 points this evening. And that one falls off no good. Garrett, Ferguson, and Schultz into the game. Holbert, Bragg, and Bramer all back to the bench. 11.2 seconds left to go. Mustangs would like to get a rebound and a score here. Tied at 34. Gasling lines it up, and she missed badly. That'll be Mustang basketball. Didn't catch the rim. So the Mustangs will have it out of bounds. 10.6 seconds left to go, third quarter. Now Hemingford will come up and put some full court pressure on. They get it into Callie Schultz. 8 seconds to go. Callie dribbles through traffic. Callie leaves it for Garrett. Easy shot at the buzzer. Sierra Garrett, well, not quite at the buzzer. There it is. But Sierra Garrett converted nicely on that one. Hemingford set up all across the half-court line, and Callie dribbled right through the middle of them. Found Garrett wide open underneath to put the Mustangs ahead 36-34 as we head to the fourth quarter. We head to the fourth. The Mustangs lead it by 2. It's been a good game, folks. Family owned since 1932. Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company. They offer all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. And come bank with the best. Bank of the West offers all banking services, including mortgages. Come enjoy the welcoming atmosphere. You know that coffee pot is always on at the Bank of the West. 8 minutes left in this one. Mustangs led by as many as 10. They now lead by 2 as we start the fourth quarter. Perez gets it into Callie Schultz, feeds it right inside to Sierra Garrett, turns around and won't get that one to go. Battle for the rebound, Ferguson and Stewart. And now the official's going to come in and overrule. He says, no, it was definitely out of bounds. Or excuse me, that was Chancellor. Out of bounds off of Chancellor. Mustang basketball. A good tough work inside by Rianne Ferguson. Mustangs maintain possession here. Perez gets it inside to Garrett. That shot a little bit too hard. Ferguson is going to be called for coming over the back on that rebound. And that'll be her second. Gasling brings it up the floor for the Bobcats. Over the top to Manning. Taken away from behind by Callie Schultz. Callie down the floor with the left hand blocked by Gasling. The rebound, the putback, and they're going to say a foul called on the floor. They're going to say that Gasling fouled Schultz. A big push that time. A little bit of frustration maybe by Lauren Gasling. That is her third. And she'll head to the bench with those 3 fouls. So the Mustangs will have it out of bounds. Gracie Perez will toss it in. Swanson into the ball game for Hemingford. Perez tries to feed it inside, taken away by Chancellor. Nearly stolen, but a travel called. Callie didn't get the steal, but she got the travel, just as good. Mustang basketball. Callie Schultz is certainly a high-energy player. She makes things happen. And if she can stay out of foul trouble, she is a handful to deal with as a defender. Gracie Perez for three. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. Ferguson comes up with it. And now they're going to say that Rianne traveled with it. And they'll give it back to Hemingford with 7:26 to go. We've had a whole lot of action and not even 30 seconds gone, or excuse me, 34 seconds gone in this fourth quarter. Well, this will be Horstman. Horstman and Stewart playing catch down the floor. Now they'll set it up. Anna Manning on the wing this time into the corner for Chancellor. She'll bring it up, swings it around. Into the other corner for Horstman. Skip pass all the way across to Manning. Manning drives in and has it taken away by Ferguson. Rianne Ferguson up the right side, nearly with the double dribble call. Perhaps a little bit lucky there. Callie Schultz into the corner for Knight. Good head fake, drives to the block, up and good. Jacoby Knight knows what to do with the basketball. Good head fake. The drive and the finish, and the Mustangs now by 4. There's a tip ball by Garrett, out of bounds. It'll be Hemingford basketball. But good defense that time by Sierra Garrett. Came out and got a hand on it. .36 to go in the fourth quarter. Gasling will trigger it into the corner for Horstman. High arcing shot, no good. Knight is there for the rebound. Knight brings it up the floor between the circles. Drives into the lane. Blocked by Gasling again. She is a force inside. A shot blocking machine. But it's out of bounds off of Gasling, and so the Mustangs will maintain possession. Knight out between the circles. Works to her left now. Tries to get it set up. Onto the wing for Schultz. Schultz looks, drives in, kicks it back out for Garrett off the fingertips and out of bounds. Schultz drove in and was looking number 22 square in the face, knew she couldn't put the shot up, tried to kick it out and misfired on the pass. 6 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Horstman down the right side. Mustangs still in that zone defense. Found a hole that time. Gasling with the offensive rebound, but she is fouled, and she'll have 2 free throws. Give that foul to Rianne Ferguson. That is her third. Gasling 0 for 2 from the line tonight. Her only points in the second half were a three-pointer that came in the third quarter. Free throw rolls around, finally falls off. 5:50 to go, fourth quarter. Gasling 0 for 3 from the line tonight. So Rianne Ferguson with 3 fouls will stay in the game. That one falls for Gasling. And once again, my scoreboard not keeping up. Mustangs with 38 and Hemingford with 35. We'll get it right there. Sorry about that. Got to remember that thing doesn't become active after we come out of the commercial break. 5:47 to go, fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. Mustangs lead it 38-35. The Italian Inn in Gordon serves up delicious burgers and steaks, as well as great Italian food and much more in a friendly hometown atmosphere. They're open for lunch and dinner. The Italian Inn is located at 200 North Main Street in Gordon. And it's time to check out the winter sale going on now at Grocery Mart in Gordon. Save on fresh, boneless beef arm roast, boneless chicken breasts, Tombstone pizzas, and more. Grocery Mart is, of course, your home-owned grocery store, and they are open 7 days a week. You can find them at 228 North Main Street in downtown Gordon. 5:47 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs lead it by 3. 5 team fouls on the Mustangs, 4 on the Bobcats. On the floor for the Mustangs, Perez, Schultz, Garrett, Knight, and Ferguson. Into the corner for Schultz. wanted to go inside. Now she kicks it across to Knight. Shot up, rolls over the front of the rim, no good. And Sierra Garrett's going to be called for coming over the back. And that is going to be the third on Garrett. And the 6th team foul. So now the Mustangs in a position where Hemingford will be in the bonus the rest of the way with the next foul. Horstman on the wing, looks in, across to Manning. Now back out to Horstman. Gasling nearly traveled with it, pull-up jumper that time, and that's going to be an over-the-back call on Chancellor, as Jacoby Knight had good position that time. The third on Chancellor. 5th team foul now for Hemingford. Grace Anderson in, Gracie Perez out. 3-point advantage for the Mustangs, 5:15 to go, 4th quarter. Onto the wing for Anderson, the corner for Ferguson. Ferguson guarded there by Chancellor, gets it up to Knight. Knight has that one tipped out, but Anderson recovers. Schultz drives in, leaves it for Knight. Knight drives into the lane, big step, and a travel called. .4:58 to go, 4th quarter. Gasling to trigger the offense for the Bobcats. They like to do this thing where they toss it back and forth as they work their way down the floor. They go inside, Chancellor, and she traveled with it. Lost her footing. Good defense by the Mustangs. Leaned in and lost her balance. And now pressure by Hemingford. Ferguson ahead to Schultz. 1-on-3. Schultz over the top to Garrett. Nothing she can do there, right up against the baseline, and she traveled. An ill-advised pass that time. Nothing much Sierra Garrett was going to do with that one when she caught it. Mustangs still lead it by 3. 4:38 to go, 4th quarter. Gasling back to Horstman, and now Manning into the corner for Chancellor. Back to Horstman, taken away by Callie Schultz again. Callie down the floor, lays it up, and missed it. Callie unhappy with herself for letting that one go. Into the corner this time for Hemingford. That shot off the mark. Ferguson with the rebound. Knight has it, brings it up the floor, and they'll set the offense with 4:02 to go. Knight drives in. Ferguson, that one's blocked by Gasling, but she is going to be picked up, going to be called for the foul. So that is Gasling's 4th, and that is a big 4th foul. 4 fouls on Lauren Gasling, 3:56 to go. Rianne Ferguson heads to the free throw line for her first 2 of the night. Rianne lines it up. That one's off the back of the rim and no good. So Gasling will stay in the game. The Mustangs with an opportunity here. Don't have to be quite so worried going into the paint with Gasling with 4 fouls. That free throw by Ferguson is good. Stretches the Mustang lead to 4. And that's important. Makes it a 2-possession game as we're under 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. That one nearly taken away by Schultz again. Into the corner for Stewart. Loose ball controlled by the Mustangs. So Ferguson has it. She'll bring it up the floor. 3:30 to go. Ahead to Grace Anderson. Drives in, puts it inside for Knight. Shot up off the back iron and no good. Rebounded by Horstman. Quickly out ahead. Chancellor picks it up, and then she is fouled by Grace Anderson. That's the first foul on Anderson. 4-point advantage, and now a 1-on-1. So both teams in the bonus now. The Chancellor at the line for the 1-on-1 opportunity with 3:19 to go. First free throw off the mark, no good. Knight with the rebound. Jacoby Knight will cross the timeline, And they go to work. Anderson on the wing, into the corner for Garrett. Back up top for Schultz. Across she goes to Knight, nearly taken away. And then Knight traveled with it. Turned and had a defender right in her face. She wasn't ready for that. And the turnover. Jayla Bramer comes in. Rianne Ferguson will get a break. 3:04 to go. Gassling still on the floor with those 4 fouls. And that one's tipped out of bounds by Schultz. It'll stay with the Bobcats. 4-point game, 3:04 to go. Schultz comes up, tips that one out of bounds. They're going to say that it was off of Callie, and it stays with the Bobcats. So Callie with 2 tipped balls in a row here. They finally get it in to Manning. Now back to Gassling. Under 3 to go. That one's tipped by Knight. Back out to Gassling and taken away by the Mustangs again. Ahead to Callie Schultz. The pass a little bit too tall, and they're going to call Callie for the push as she was trying to get to that basketball. That's number 3 on Callie Schultz. 2:49 to go. Mustangs still lead it by 4, but that 1-and-1 for the Bobcats will put, who is this that's going to the line? This will be Jory Stewart with the 1-and-1 opportunity. Stewart is 2 for 4 from the line this evening. First one in and out, no good. Gassling nearly came over the back on that rebound and picked up number 5. And we got a timeout called on the floor. Coach Randy Holbert wants to talk this over with the troops. 2:42 to go, 4th quarter. Mustangs lead it by 4, 39-35. Take a look at the game reset here. The Mustangs with 8 fouls. Hemingford with 6. So both teams in the 1-and-1 bonus as we count down the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds of this 4th quarter. Gassling with 4 fouls. Mackenzie Chancellor has 3 for the Mustangs. Schultz, Ferguson, Garrett, and Bragg all with 3 fouls apiece. We haven't seen much of Beth Bragg in this 4th quarter. Perez gets it into Schultz. They go inside for Garrett. Turnaround jumper over the front of the rim and good. Sierra Garrett just had enough to get that one to go, and now it's a 6-point advantage with 2.5 to go for the Mustangs. Need to play some good defense here and not foul. Gassling out on the wing, works against Knight on the dribble. Drives in, tied up, and it's a held ball. Held ball, and the possession arrow going to stay with Hemingford, but the Mustangs with a big play there. Gassling drove in, and 3 Mustangs converged on her. They got the turnover. Well, not the turnover. They got the held ball, and so that is important, though. The possession arrow now in favor of the Mustangs. So Horstman to inbound it, 2:20 to go. Horstman looks. The clock ticking. Should go over the top, gets it into Manning. Manning drives in, shot up, and a blocking foul called. I think that's going to be Callie Schultz picking up. No, they give that to 24. That's Jayla Bramer that picks up the foul, and that's a good thing for the Mustangs. Bramer called for the foul. Puts Manning at the line for 2 shots. First one is good. 41-36. Still a 2-possession game. Perez in, Ferguson out. 2:17 to go. One more free throw for Anna Manning. She's 1 for 3 tonight. Second one is good off the glass. And now a 4-point Mustang advantage with 2:17 to go. Knight gets it into Schultz. They'll pick her up 3/4 court across to Knight. Toby Knight across to Callie Schultz. High post for Garrett. Garrett puts it up. That one won't go. Gassling gets the rebound. Mustangs with some pressure here. Manning will bring it up the floor. Into the corner they go. Now back out to Gassling. Gassling on the dribble. They leave the baseline open for her. Feeds it inside, but it's taken away. Ball loose on the floor. Held ball. That'll be Mustang basketball. 1:48 to go, and the Mustangs would be well to kill some clock here if they can. They lead it by 4, 1:48 to go. The next Mustang foul puts Hemingford into the double bonus. Callie Schultz takes it, works to her right, brings it up the floor. Ahead to Jayla Bramer. Jayla shot up, won't quite go, and that was not the shot the Mustangs wanted. Quick possession that time. Hemingford back to work on offense. 1:32 to go. Horstman looks. Now she'll hand it off to Gasling. She'll tee it up for 3. Shot up. That one's short off the front of the rim. Battle for the rebound, and that is going to be a traveling call. No, a timeout called. She was rolling over. One ref was calling timeout. The other one was calling a travel. They'll give them the timeout. 1:23 to go. Mustangs lead it by 4. Hemingford with the basketball under their own basket. Folks, say thanks to sponsors of tonight's basketball action. You're going to hear a whole lot about them over the course of this season. Gordon True Value, Gordon Superfoods, an ideal market of Rushville, Open Range Beef, Gordon Dental, Hins Clothing Center, the First National Bank of Gordon, Gardner, Lautzenheiser and Ryan, Strong Insurance, Bank of the West, the Italian Inn in Gordon, Grocery Mart, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Memorial Health Services, Hins Home Furnishings, and the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. 1 minute, 23 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. The Mustangs hanging on to a 4-point advantage, 41-37. Hemingford will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. The Mustangs in the 1-1. Hemingford with the basketball. Kelly Horstman to inbound it. Horstman looks, gets it in. This is Manning, and a blocking foul called on the Mustangs. I believe that's going to be Jayla Bramer. Jayla Bramer called for the foul. That is number 4 on Jayla, and it'll put Manning at the line for 2 free throws. She made her last 2. She's now 2 for 4. Coach Randy Holbert really wanted to charge on that call, didn't get it. So Manning lines up the first with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. First one is no good. So it remains a 2-possession game. But a chance here with a made free throw to cut it to 3. Free throw is up and it is good. 41-38. Mustangs get it into Schultz and back to Knight. Knight will bring it up the floor, taken away, and Callie Schultz is going to be called for the foul, and that was not a good pass by Jacoby Knight. Callie Schultz picks up number 4. And now Hemingford in the double bonus. Gasling at the line for 2. She has not shot well from the line tonight. She's just 1 for 4. .115 left in this fourth quarter. Gasling's free throw in and out, no good. So Gasling gets the second one here. So 4 fouls on Gasling, 4 on Schultz. She missed everything. So Gasling just 1 for 5 from the line tonight. She's missed the rim twice. The Mustangs with a 3-point advantage, and that one in somehow to Callie Schultz. Callie quickly up the floor and turns it over. That one to Manning, but somehow bails out the Mustangs. The Mustangs need to just work some clock here. Knight finally has it. She'll pull it back out and then taken away by Horstman, but she is out of bounds. 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Mustangs have got to find a way to take care of the basketball. Timeout called by the Hemingford Bobcats, and the Mustangs are living on the edge here, having a hard time taking care of the ball. They got lucky, and they've got the ball back twice on that exchange. 38-41. 1 minute on the dot left to go in this basketball game. Callie Schultz has 12 points in the game. Sierra Garrett, she's got 10. And Jacoby Knight with 12 as well. Leading scorers for the Mustangs. Hemingford much more balanced, having trouble reading all the scribbles. We'll leave it at that. 1 minute left to go. Mustangs by 3. Mustangs need to get it inbounds cleanly and need to try and take care of this basketball and bleed some time off the clock. They get it into Callie Schultz in the corner. Callie will bring it up top, guarded by Horseman. Callie nearly lost the handle, gets it to Jacoby Knight, and that's going to be a foul called, and that's probably a good foul. That is a good foul on the Bobcats. That's Josie Stewart picking up her first. The Mustangs in the 1-and-1. But stops the clock and puts the Mustangs at the line with 49.6 seconds. Jacoby Knight is 2 for 2 from the line tonight. First one is up, and it is good. And that's what it's going to take here on out. The Mustangs are going to have to make some free throws. Back to a 4-point advantage. Knight with one more free throw here. Lines it up, and that one won't go. Battle for the rebound. Gasling comes out of there with it. 46 seconds. Mustangs with a 2-possession lead here. Manning with the quick shot for 3. That one won't go. Tipped out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Josie Stewart got her hand on it but couldn't control it. So now the Mustangs with some substitutions. Gracie Perez comes in. Rianne Ferguson goes out of the game. Perez looks to get this ball in, gets it to Schultz. Schultz accelerates up the floor. Hemingford unable to give the foul. Schultz nearly traveled with it, gets it back out to Garrett, and now time ticking off the clock. Under 30 seconds to go. Knight works in. Down low on the block for Bramer, and she is fouled. Fouled on the floor by Anna Manning. Anna Manning with her second foul. That'll put Jayla Bramer at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Big stage here for the freshman Jayla Bramer. A 1-and-1 opportunity as Perez out and Ferguson back in. Mustangs lead it by 4. 24.9 seconds left to go. In and out, but there is Sierra Garrett with the offensive rebound. Snuck in and got that rebound, and she is fouled immediately by Chancellor. And that is number 4 on Chancellor. So now Sierra Garrett with an opportunity to ice it here. 24 seconds left to go. Mustangs by 4. Garrett's free throw is good. Folks, this has been a whole lot of fun tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have here. Garrett with a chance to extend this lead to 6. Free throw up. That one's off the mark, no good. Chancellor with the rebound. Gasling has it. 23 seconds left in the game. Quickly ahead to Manning. Hands it off, travel. Chancellor took a hop before she put the basketball on the floor. They'll turn it over with 18.3. Mustangs by 5. They're not out of the woods yet. Gracie Perez comes in, and Bramer to the bench. Lauren Gasling guarding that inbounds. They'll get it in, but it's taken away. Horstman with the shot, up and good. Mustangs get it in. 12 seconds to go and a foul called. So Kelly Horstman with a big-time shot there. The Mustangs lead is cut to 3. 12.2 seconds. And a full 1-minute timeout here on the floor. We'll take it with them.
Hin's Home Furnishings of Gordon has a great selection of flooring, sofas, recliners, mattresses, tables, appliances, and much more. Even if you don't see it, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. Check out their holiday recliner sale going on now. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Hin's Home Furnishings is located at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Give them a call at 308-282-0464.
.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs lead it by 3. Both teams in the double bonus. Mustangs with the basketball out of bounds on the far end of the court. Gracie Perez does the honors, tosses it over the top to Callie Schultz. Callie gathers it in, with the left hand, up and good. 2 big points for Callie Schultz. 4 seconds to go. Gasling heaves one up at the buzzer. That one's no good. That'll be the end of the game, and the Mustangs come out on top, 45-40. What a fantastic game, folks. That was an awful lot of fun. Glad you were along with us to enjoy that. Stick around, and we will have boys basketball action here in just a few minutes on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Let's take a quick look, see if we can do some mathematics on the run here. Callie Schultz finished, I believe that is 14 points for Callie. Rianne Ferguson had 1. Jayla Bramer finished with 2. Sierra Garrett finished with 11. Beth Bragg with 2. Jacoby Knight finished with 13 points. And Shelby Holbert with 2. For the Hemingford Bobcats, Tatum Swanson finishes with 2 points. Anna Manning with 7. Kelly Horstman finished with 13 points. Lauren Gasling finished with 8. Mackenzie Chancellor 4. And Josie Stewart with 2 to round out the scoring for the Hemingford Bobcats. Again, final score, Gordon-Rushville 45 and Hemingford 40. Well, a good way to start the season off. A fantastic game, back and forth the whole way. The Mustangs come out on top. So stick around. We've got boys varsity action. That one also should be a good one. So keep it right here. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We've got a 20-minute warm-up period on the clock. We're going to step aside for just a few minutes and be back here shortly on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
You're at brunch. You want to go sweet, but you also want savory. What do? You order the brunch explosion. Boom. It's the same thing as Aflac. All right, look, you have major medical insurance, but you also need to make sure your bases are covered. So if you get stuck with an unexpected medical bill and your regular insurance doesn't pay for everything, Aflac pays you cash to help you get through it.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
That's what Aflac is.
With the dawn of every new day come countless new demands. At New Holland, we know the value of reliable planting. That's why our P-Series air carts and drills give you precise control over your seeding, increasing accuracy and yield. When it comes time to harvest, the CR Series Combine offers superior quality, minimal grain loss, and increased visibility. Challenges will vary from day to day, but your answers to them won't. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Gordon Memorial Health Services welcomes Dr. Rob Schleiferth as he brings his ENT specialty clinic to Gordon Memorial Hospital. We certainly hope we're not butchering Dr. Schleiferth's name there, but he started seeing patients yesterday and is excited to bring his services to our community. To schedule your appointments, call 605-791-0602. We'll get the Twitter feed up and running here, and not a whole lot of activity there. But we certainly hope that if you are a Twitter user that you will fire off a tweet. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Include the handle at SC Journal Star. We'll pick that up. We'll try and get those tweets on either in the pregame or during the halftime break. The 20-minute warm-up clock has just started. So we will mute the sound here for just a bit. Be back with some starting lineups in just a moment for you here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. This is the Gordon Memorial Health Services pregame report. Glad to have you along with us as I look at our statistics here. I'm not sure if our internet is holding up or not. Never really quite sure how much to believe that. I hope it's not dropping you folks off and on as we go through here. We're going to proceed as we normally would, hoping that things are all normal and going well. So let's take a look at starting lineups for these two teams. Hemingford Bobcats last season with an up and down season. Final season record for the Bobcats last year, 12 wins and 13 losses. Starters this evening for the Bobcats. Number 1 is Luke Cullen. Number 5, Miles Davis. Number 21 is Kyler Stevens. Number 22, Casey Lashley. And number 32, Brandon Chancellor. For the Mustangs, it was a fantastic season, but they came up just short in the sub-district final, falling to the Chadron Cardinals, a team they defeated twice earlier in the season, but they couldn't quite get around them in the sub-district final. They finished with a season record of 19 wins and 4 losses, and they have high hopes as they look forward to the 2017 season. All 5 starters returned for this Mustang team. They only lost 2 seniors off of last year's squad, and they are looking ahead to big things here in 2017-2018. Starters tonight, number 4, Dylan Schwarting. Number 10 is Brady Bolender. Number 12, Corby Campbell. Number 22, Trace Began. And number 24 is Jared Nelson. 8.5 minutes left to go before we get this one underway from Hemingford. Glad to have you along with us this evening. We're going to step aside and mute the sound one more time as we look ahead towards the opening tip between the Mustangs and the Bobcats here from Hemingford on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
There is a new world out there, revealing itself in unpredictable ways. A world that demands more from the land and those who grow, farm, and build on it. This new world calls for the ingenuity to get more out of it, while preserving as much as we can. After all, to stay ahead of tomorrow, we need to be equipped for it today.
When you go to a doctor or hospital, your insurance company pays for this much. The rest is on you. So if these are the savings you'll dip into while you're out of work, Aflac can help. Helps to cover the stuff that isn't covered by your regular insurance, so your bills won't be totally bananas.
Oh, that's what Aflac is.
Apply during your company's annual open enrollment. Stock up on benefits, you're set for the year.
Haynes Home Furnishings of Gordon has a great selection of flooring, sofas, recliners, mattresses, tables, appliances, and much more. Even if you don't see it, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. Check out their holiday recliner sale going on now. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Haynes Home Furnishings is located at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Give them a call at 308-282-0464.
competition between the visiting Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and your hometown Hemingford Bobcats. Starting lineup for the visiting Mustangs. 5'9" junior, number 4, Gordon. 5'9" senior, number 10, Brady Bowler. 6'3" senior, number 12, Colby Campbell. 6'1" senior, number 22, Chase Megan. And 6'4" senior, number 24, Jared Nelson. The Mustangs are coached by Joel Nelson. Get up, Bobcat fans, for your Hemingford Bobcats. 5'11" junior, number 1, Luke Coleman. 6'1" senior, number 5, Miles Davis. 6'1" senior, number 21, Tyler Stevens. 6'4" junior, number 22, Casey Lashley. And 6'2" senior, number 32, Brandon Chancellor. Bobcats are coached by Brendan Vogel and Joe Powell.
So there are the starting lineups. We'll run through them one more time for you. For the Bobcats, number 1, Luke Cullen. Number 5, Miles Davis. Number 21, Kyler Stevens. Number 22, Casey Lashley. And number 32, Brandon Chancellor. For the Mustangs, it'll be Dylan Schwarting, Brady Bolander, Corby Campbell, Trace Began, and Jared Nelson. I'm Clint Anderson, along with my lovely camerawoman Jean Anderson this evening, coming to you from Hemingford, Nebraska. Looking forward to a good game here. The Mustang girls outlasted the Lady Bobcats 45-40 in the previous game, and we are ready to get this one underway. Corby Campbell and Chancellor jump it up. Chancellor wins the tip. We are underway in the first quarter here. Varsity boys action between the Mustangs and the Bobcats. Davis on the wing. Mustangs in the man-to-man defense here. Davis loses the handle, gets it back. Looking. Up top he goes for Lashley. Lashley out near mid-court. Finds Cullen on the wing, guarded closely by Bolander. They flip it back around, taken away by Corby Campbell. Campbell with the steal, ahead to Bolander. Bolander barely under control, but we're going to have a blocking foul called on the Bobcats, and Brady Bolander will have an opportunity for a couple of free throws here. Bolander living right out on the ragged edge that time, but able to get the call. Give that foul to Luke Cullen, his first. Brady with 2 free throws. 7:29 to go, first quarter. First free throw is up and just short off the front of the rim. Brady sizes up the second one. That one's off the back iron, no good, but there's Corby Campbell with the rebound. Loses the handle, gets it back, and then taken away by Lashley. And Hemingford will bring it up the court. Lashley guarded by Dylan Schwarting. Lashley on the dribble. Schwarting reaches in. Lashley picked up his dribble. Bolander with the steal and then the kick. Bolander trying to keep that ball in play. Reached out with a right foot and gave it a little tap. And that'll draw the whistle. They'll go back over to the Hemingford Bobcats with 7:09 to go in this first quarter. Lashley to inbound it. Finds Cullen. Guarded by Bolander. Good, tough man-to-man defense so far by the Mustangs. And that one taken away, but that's going to be a reach-in foul on Jared Nelson, and that'll be his first. Davis gets it into Cullen. They'll try the left side this time. This is Lashley on the wing. Lashley with the big dribble, nearly a double dribble. Chancellor in off the glass, a little bit too hard. Trace Began with the rebound. Jared Nelson out ahead to Corby Campbell, lays it up. No, he doesn't lay it up. Jams it home, Corby Campbell for 2. Now that's a pretty emphatic first 2 points of the season for the Mustangs. The throwdown by number 12 puts the Mustangs out front 2-0. Well, Hemingford inbounds the basketball and trying to find out why the replay or whatnot isn't working now. Well, we're still fighting with this. I apologize. Shot up, that one's no good. Campbell with the rebound. Hands it off to Nelson. He'll put it on the floor, drives baseline, lays that up, but he is fouled. So that'll be 2 shots after the foul on Chancellor. Now I think we've got everything working here as we're supposed to. Jared sizes up the first one and knocks it down. 6:13 to go, first quarter. And both of them are good. Mustangs now lead it 4-0. 6:10 to go, first quarter. Cullen brings it up and hung up, but just very lucky to be able to get rid of that. Here's Davis in the corner, loses it, gets it back. Over the top they go. This is Stevens now on the wing. Up top to Lashley. Onto the wing for Cullen. Cullen curls around, free throw line jumper, good. Ahead to Bolender, inside for Corby Campbell. Pass a little too hot to handle for Corby, and they'll give it back to Hemingford. 5:35 to go, first quarter. Lashley on the wing, looks in. Throws it down low, this is Cullen. He has to flip it out to Stevens, steps back behind the arc for 3. That one missed everything. And Bolender with the rebound. Ahead quickly to Nelson, tried to feed it underneath, but Chancellor is there. Not a good pass that time by Nelson. On the wing for Lashley, he'll try the 3. That one's off the mark. Trace Bagan with the rebound, Stevens with the foul. Kyler Stevens with his first. That's the second foul of the game on the Bobcats. Now Cullen comes out, and into the game comes number 12. And again, we've got not enough slots. Not enough slots, as that is, well, we're going to have to do some work to find out who that is. I think it's a Farrader, and there is a blocking foul. Blocking foul called on Casey Lashley. Got to get to the right page in the program. Apologize, folks. Number 12 is Aaron Farrader. Three-pointer on the way by Jared Nelson. That one is short. As we update the score sheet here. 4:45 to go. Mustangs by 2. Farrader gets it onto the wing for Lashley. Lashley lost the handle, but gets it back in the corner. Tries to go baseline, cut off there by Schwarting, then taken away by Corby Campbell. Campbell ahead to Dylan Schwarting. Dylan drives in. Reach-in foul going to be called. And so the foul's mounting on Hemingford in the early going here. That's another one on Chancellor. That'll be his second, and that's already the 5th team foul. We're not even 3.5 minutes into this first quarter, and a timeout going to be called by the Hemingford Bobcats. They are just having a hard time handling this Mustang quickness. 4:31 to go in the second quarter, or the first quarter, excuse me, and the Mustangs lead it 4-2. Folks, stop in and take advantage of True Value of Gordon's Wrap It Up sale. That's going on now through December 10th. Save big on Christmas lights and decorations. They've got a DeWalt 20-volt drill/driver combo and a Milwaukee drill/impact combo. And they've got a whole lot more than that. Stop in and see Buck and his gang at 217 North Main Street in downtown Gordon. And folks, always encourage you to do that Christmas shopping locally. Keep those dollars here in our community. Also, noticing from the Twitter feed, we've got folks from Wisconsin and Arkansas both online with us tonight. So we welcome you wherever you're watching from, across the street or across the country. Glad to have you along with us. Should be an exciting season of Mustang basketball. That one tipped right back out of bounds. The Mustangs will maintain possession. 4.5 to go. Mustangs with the basketball. Jared Nelson looks to inbound. Over the top he goes, finds Dylan Schwarting. Three-pointer up. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Stevens with the rebound, but he can't handle it, and it'll stay with the Mustangs. The Mustangs only lead by 2, but 5 team fouls already for the Hemingford Bobcats. Nelson to inbound it. That one tipped out of bounds by Davis. Mustangs will try again. Try it from a little different spot on the floor this time. Over the top they go. Lashley got a hand on it, but then can't control it. Out of bounds it goes. So the Mustangs having a hard time getting the ball in play or keeping the ball in play. And now they've got that done. Jared Nelson crosses the timeline. He'll trigger the offense here. They'll go with a 1-4 low set this time. They go high post for Corby Campbell. Flips it around there to Nelson on the wing. Back to Dylan Schwarting for three. Good! Dylan Schwarting finds the range from three. 4 minutes left to go first quarter. The Mustangs lead it by 5. On the wing for Lashley this time. Lashley works off the pick, loses his balance, evades Schwarting, finds it down low for Chancellor, but he can't convert. And now we've got a second foul called on Kyler Stevens. That's number 2 on him. So Chancellor and Stevens, 2 starters each with 2 fouls. And now Mustangs with wholesale substitutions here. Carson Hinn comes into the game, along with Logan Dexter. Trying to see who else we've got in here. Hinn, Dexter, and Corbin Bailey. And there's an easy layup that time for Jared Nelson. Left the lane wide open. He took full advantage of that, 9-2. So here's Ferreter off the back of a Mustang defender. That's a good defensive play by Lashley. The Mustangs get it back over the top into the corner for Bailey. Bailey shuffled his feet, looked to drive baseline, called for the travel. 3:21 to go. 9-2. And the Mustangs, for the duration of this first half, will be in the 1-1 bonus. Ferreter, a good job on the dribble, and then he traveled. Got it across the timeline and had trouble hitting the brakes. So Dexter inbounds it to Nelson. The Mustangs will go to work. Man-to-man defense by the Bobcats. They may not be able to stay in that man-to-man if they get too many in foul trouble. And right there it is. The Mustangs in the 1-1 bonus blocking foul. And that'll put Jared Nelson at the line. And that is the first on Austin Ferreter. Jared Nelson with the 1-1 opportunity. 3:03 to go in the first quarter. The first one is good. Makes it 10-2. Forgetting to keep up on the scoreboard. Sorry about that. 10-2. 3:03 to go first quarter. Nelson's second one is also good. 4 for 4 for the line. And 2 points on the game. Corbin Bailey goes up, can't quite out-wrestle Ferreter for it. Tipped out of bounds, Mustang basketball. So Aaron and Austin Ferreter both in the game here for the Hemingford Bobcats. We'll try to keep them straight for you as we go. Also Ezra Ray, number 33 in the game for Hemingford as well. 2:50 left to go in the first quarter. Carson Hinn looks, and that was not a good pass, but luckily that was Aaron Ferreter who bounced it off his head and out of bounds. Mustangs will maintain possession. 11-2, 2:43 to go in the first quarter. The ref directs a little bit of traffic, hands it off to Carson Hinn, and he'll inbound the basketball to Corbin Bailey. Back to Carson. Top of the key, looks. Through the hands of Campbell and right to Jared Nelson. His three-pointer is short. Into the corner for Hinn, tees it up for three. That one off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound. Campbell saves it back in. Nice job by Carson Hinn to not travel as he gathered that basketball in. Now Bailey will reset the offense, 2:19 to go. Hinn on the wing. Works to his left, off of the pick. Across to Bailey. Here's Nelson curling around the top. Can't get that one to go. Ray with the rebound. Aaron Ferreter will bring it up. Under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. So here's Cullen with it. Back into the game. Cullen gets it to Ray in the corner. Nearly taken away by Nelson. Here's Aaron Ferreter into the lane. Throws up a shot. That one won't go. Corby Campbell has it slapped away. Lashley will tip it out of bounds again. Now back into the game come Schwarting and Bagan. Campbell and Nelson will get a breather for the Mustangs. 1:38 to go. Corbin Bailey will trigger the offense for the Mustangs here. 1:35 to go, first quarter. Hemingford still in that man-to-man. There's a layup by Carson Hinn. Up and good. And there's a reach-in foul called on Corbin Bailey. That's his first. Third team foul on the Mustangs. Cullen tries to find somebody to throw this into. Finally finds Austin Ehrenfelder. Can't keep those two apart. Here's Lashley on the wing, guarded by Carson Hinn. Over the top they go. Shot no good. Here's Carson Hinn out behind the defense. Puts the shot up. That one won't go. Logan Dexter is going to be called for coming over the back this time. Dexter with his first. 1:01 to go. Third team foul on the Mustangs. Davis back in. Ehrenfelder heads to the bench. The Mustangs with full court man-to-man pressure. Lashley guarded by Carson Hinn. Now they'll double team him. Schwarting able to get the steal. Now a 3-on-1. Hinn kicks it out. Bolender, little floater that time, not much on it. Quickly back the other way, a 2-on-1 for Hemingford. Nearly a double dribble, and then they will call double dribble on Ezra Ray, trying to get a handle on it and make a pass to a teammate. 43.4 seconds left to go in this first quarter. The Mustangs with the basketball. Brady Bolender with the trigger this time. That one's off a Hemingford defender's foot. Mustang basketball out of bounds. 36 seconds left to go. Carson Hinn will toss it in for the Mustangs here. Finds Bolender. Hands it off to Hinn. Curls around to his left. Picks up his dribble. Now he'll find Schwarting on the wing. Schwarting drives into the lane. Hung up there and has it taken away. Schwarting kind of wincing with that right hand as he comes down the floor. Here's Lashley with the pull-up jumper. That won't go. Schwarting with the rebound. Still holding that hand just a little bit. Able to get a hand on that one and tip it out of bounds. And Dylan Schwarting holding that right thumb. He's going to come out of the game. Jared Nelson comes back in. Dylan Schwarting drove into the lane and boogered a thumb in the process. 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Davis on the inbounds. Has a man in the corner, but he can't get it around the backboard to find him. Lashley pull-up jumper in the lane. That misses. Davis with the rebound. The putback. That one won't go. Austin Ferreter with the rebound and the putback. They're going to say that he was fouled on the floor. That foul is going to be called on Logan Dexter. That's number 2 for him. Corby Campbell comes in. Dexter to the bench. 3.8 seconds left in this first quarter. Hemingford with the basketball. Davis on the inbounds. Finds Lashley. Quick trigger. Missed everything that time. They'll throw it out of bounds, but that'll be the end of the quarter. After one, the Mustangs out in front 13-2.
Hinn's Home Furnishings of Gordon has a great selection of flooring, sofas, recliners, mattresses, tables, appliances, and much more. Even if you don't see it, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. Check out their holiday recliner sale going on now. Remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Hinn's Home Furnishings is located at 122 North Main Street in Gordon. Give them a call at 308-282-0464.
So we are glad to have Hinn's Home Furnishings as a partner sponsor this season for Mustang basketball, and it ought to be a entertaining and fun ride. Mustangs out in front 13-2. 17 fouls on the Hemingford Bobcats, just 4 on the Mustangs at the end of one. Mustangs will have the basketball as we get ready to start this second quarter. Jared Nelson with 6 points for the Mustangs. Dylan Schwarting with 3. Corby Campbell and Carson Hinn each with 2 for the Mustangs. Nelson starts the offense for the Mustangs. Brady Bolander on the wing. Across to Bagan, and now back to Nelson. Campbell and now Schwarting. Schwarting drives in, lays it up, good. Dylan Schwarting's got 5. Miles Davis got himself stuck under the basket. Out to Stevens. Three-pointer won't go. That one's tipped out of bounds. Davis with the rebound, the putback. Mustangs giving up some offensive rebounds, and now a foul going to be called on the Mustangs. The Mustangs getting out rebounded here on the glass. That's going to go against Trace Bagan, his first. That puts Miles Davis at the line for 2. First one misses everything. He's got one more coming. 7:18 to go in this second quarter. Second one is up and it is good. We're glad to have you along with us this evening as we get the basketball season underway. Jared Nelson, three-pointer, good! Jared Nelson with a crooked number makes it 18-3, and a almost steal by Corby Campbell. Trace Bagan gets a hand on it. Now Brady Bolander getting into the act, and Mustangs causing a lot of havoc on defense here. Stevens hands it off to Lashley. He'll drive to the baseline, cut off there, fadeaway jumper. Davis with the rebound, and he's fouled. He'll go back to the free throw line. And 2 quick fouls on Trace Bagan. And now Hemingford will be in the 1-and-1 the rest of the way. Davis 1 for 2. That one falls off no good. Now Carson Hinn comes in. He'll take the place of Trace Bagan after he picked up those 2 quick fouls. 6:44 to go in the second. Davis's second is good. 18-4, 6:40 to go, second quarter. Nelson works against Stevens. Peels it back out behind the three-point line from the corner. A shot up, that one's no good. Tipped around, and that is Lashley controlling the rebound. Brings it down the floor into the corner, and now a reach-in foul on the Mustangs. And so Mustangs having trouble staying out of foul trouble. That's 2 on Jared Nelson. So fouls mounting for both teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on the floor, or 5 players among both teams with 2 fouls apiece. So Nelson will have to come out. Corbin Bailey, the end of the game for the Mustangs. But for this Mustang team, a whole lot of interchangeable parts. First one is off the mark by Brandon Chancellor. Carson Hinn tries to get it to the baseline for Schwarting, kicks it out for Bailey. Carson Hinn drives in, they'll move it around, back outside for Bolander. That one missed badly. And Lashley with the rebound. 6:05 to go, the second quarter. Cullen works against Bolander. Lashley out on the wing. Drives in but can't finish. Davis with another offensive rebound. The putback, and that one is good. Well, Miles Davis has done some good work on the offensive glass for the Bobcats so far this evening. 18-6 is the score with 5:35 to go. Schwarting for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Bolander with position, able to track that one down. Corbin Bailey will try the 3. That one's short, off the mark. And the rebound by Lashley. So the Mustangs not shooting well from behind the arc in this first half. Lashley with the traveling call. And they'll turn it over to the Mustangs with 5:17 to go. Bailey into the corner for Dylan Schwarting. He'll try the three. That one is good. That's his second tray of the night. Gives him 8 points. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Davis turns and traveled again. So Hemingford with traveling calls on consecutive possessions. Gives it back to the Mustangs. 4:58 to go in the second quarter, 21-6. Mustangs out in front. Bolender on the wing. Around to Schwarting for three. He'll try another one. That one's off the back iron. No good. The Mustangs, no bones about putting up that long ball. Well, this is Aaron Ferreter, guarded by Carson Hinn. Backdoor cut by Cullen, and the finish. 21-8, 4:25 to go in the first half. Mustangs haven't run much offense the last few times down the floor. They'll go inside for Campbell, turnaround jumper. That one's off the glass, but no good. And Aaron Ferreter with the rebound. He'll bring it up the floor for the Bobcats. Mustangs still in that man-to-man. Davis turns and gets it to Chancellor. He'll flip it up top, taken away by Brady Bolender. Knocked out of his hands, but conveniently right to Corby Campbell. He misses the layup. Stevens saves it back in, and here's Cullen coming the other way. Bobcats don't have numbers. They'll pull it back. Aaron Ferreter for three this time. That one misses. Back to Ferreter. And now up top for Cullen. They swing it around. Stevens, good head fake. Drives baseline, cut off there. Throws up the shot. That's no good. 3:30 to go. Schwarting brings it down the left side. Carson Hinn. Back to Schwarting. Puts that shot up, but it won't go. Somebody may have got a hand on it. Wasn't a quality shot, at least by the time it got to the rim. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the first half, 21-8. Aaron Ferreter onto the wing. This is Cullen. Works off of the pick. Three-pointer is short. And neither team shooting well from three-point land. Schwarting up the floor. Now he'll flip it back out to Carson Hinn. Brady Bolender tries the three. That one's no good. But there's Campbell with the rebound. Another three by Schwarting. That one is good. The third tray of the night for Schwarting. Dials it up again. 24-8 timeout on the floor by Hemingford. So the Mustangs living from beyond the arc here. Shooting it up a whole bunch, and they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 for Dylan Schwarting, 1 for Jared Nelson. They've made 4. I'm not sure how many they've shot. They lead at 24-8 with 2:45 to go in this first half. Gordon Superfoods, an Ideal Market of Rushville, have great savings this week on Bar S. Franks. They've also got Whole Choice New Yorks and much more. Superfoods is located on Highway 20 in Gordon, and the Ideal Market is on Highway 20 in Rushville, and both of them are open 7 days a week. And Open Range Beef in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and our community. Say thanks to the good folks at Open Range Beef. The Mustangs quickly back out onto the floor. 2:45 left to go in this first half. The Mustangs led at 13-2 at the end of the first. They've increased that lead to 24-8. Hemingford taking their time coming out of the huddle here, trying to find a way to slow down this Mustang offense. They've done a much better job of not fouling in this second quarter, as now Dennis Mulcahy into the game for the Mustangs along with Logan Dexter. And now the Mustangs look like maybe they're going to zone this just a little bit. Try something a little bit different here. They will. Over the top they go to Cullen. He'll try the three. That one's off the mark, no good. Stevens with the rebound. Quickly out to Lashley. His three is off the mark. Mulcahy with the rebound. Lost the handle but got it back. Now ahead to Nelson. Nelson cuts inside. Now kicks it out to Schwarting. Schwarting nearly traveled. Flips it outside for Mulcahy. Wild pass but gathered in. Now Nelson works to his left. Curls into the lane. Down the lane. Finger roll. Left it just short. And Nelson with 2 fouls. Needs to be a little bit careful here. That was a dangerous attempt at the steal down there. And lucky he didn't get a foul call. Under 2 minutes to go. And this is Chancellor on the baseline. Out to Cullen. Now they reverse it. Swing it around to Lashley on the right wing. Back up top for Chancellor. Now Cullen. Look inside for Chancellor. Onto the baseline. Good ball movement here against this Mustang zone. Aaron Ferder's shot won't go. And the rebound by Nelson. Ahead quickly to Mulcahy. Tried to get it inside for Bagan, but somebody got a hand on it and tipped it away. 1:30 to go. Aaron Ferder ahead to Lashley. And now Chancellor at the top of the key. Down to the baseline for Aaron Ferder. That one in and out, no good. And Bagan with the rebound. Nelson cross court to Schwarting, drives baseline, hung up there but flips it out to Mulcahy. They reverse it around to Bagan. He'll spot up for 3. That one is short. And with 58 seconds left to go, Aaron Ferder crosses the timeline. Cullen tried to go inside, but Nelson was there. Good position that time. 3-on-1. Leave it for Mulcahy. Blocked by Stevens. Mulcahy tried the layup, but swatted out of there by Stevens. The Mustangs maintain possession with 46.5 seconds left to go. Over the top they go to Dylan Schwarting. 45 seconds for the Mustangs to work. Now they're going to try and trap. Hemingford thinking about coming out to trap with that even front on that zone defense. And Schwarting's going to be called for double dribble. .31 seconds left to go, first half. Mustangs out in front, 24-8. Zone defense by the Mustangs here in this last 30 seconds. Over the top they go to Cullen. They'll try the 3, but blocked. Blocked out of bounds by Jared Nelson. Get that shot out of here, he says. 21.4 seconds left in the half. Hemingford to inbound it. Aaron Ferder across to Lashley. Lashley guarded by Schwarting. Lost it, and now a battle for it, but he's able to get it back. They go inside for Chancellor, flips it out, but not quite enough. Taken away by Jared Nelson. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Nelson down the floor, drives all the way in. That one's blocked again by Stevens, way out of bounds. The Mustangs will have the basketball with 0.7 seconds left to go. So it's going to be a catch and shoot situation for the Mustangs here. They call out the play. Schwarting with a quick trigger. Got it away. It would have counted, but it's off the mark. We head to the half. Mustangs out in front, 24-8.
When the field is your office, you never get tired of going to work. Cut, rake, bale, repeat. New Holland offers the power and versatility to get through the day. From small squares to large squares and everything in between, New Holland has you covered. Visit your local dealer today to find out more. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
But let's take a look at some unofficial scoring totals at the half for the Mustangs. Leading the way, Dylan Schwarting with 11 points on 3 3-pointers. Followed closely by Jared Nelson. And Nelson 4 for 4 from the free throw line in that first half. Then Carson Hinn and Corby Campbell each with 2, and that rounds out the scoring for the Mustangs. For the Hemingford Bobcats, Luke Cullen and Miles Davis each with 4 points, and that is it for the Bobcats. Hemingford 2 for 5 from the free throw line in that first half. Both of those free throws by Miles Davis. The Mustangs were 4 for 6 from the line. Jared Nelson 4 for 4, Brady Bolender 0 for 2. Not a lot of scoring, and not a lot of variety of scoring, we should say, for either team. Mustangs out in front 24-8 at the half here from Hemingford. We'll turn it back over to the Hemingford band and let them entertain you here for a little bit.
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Huh?
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
So 2 minutes, under 2 minutes left to go in the halftime break here. Both teams back out on the floor. Mustangs out in front 24-8. Chance to remind you that we do have a fantastic group of sponsors again with us this season. Those sponsors: True Value in Gordon, Superfoods and Ideal Market, Open Range Beef, Gordon Dental, Hins Clothing, the First National Bank of Gordon, Gardner, Lautzenheiser, and Ryan, Strong Insurance, the Bank of the West, the Italian Inn in Gordon, Grocery Mart, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Memorial Health Services, Hins Home Furnishings, and the Sheridan County Journal-Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. Well, we get ready to approach this third quarter. Let's take a look at the foul situation for both teams. Trace Bagan and Logan Dexter, along with Jared Nelson, all three with 2 fouls for the Mustangs. For the Hemingford Bobcats, Kyler Stevens with 2, Brandon Chancellor with 2. Austin Ferreter has 1, as does Casey Lashley and Luke Cullen. For the Mustangs, Corbin Bailey also with 1. So those fouls for both teams mounted in a hurry in that first quarter. Then they kind of slowed down, and both teams kind of got their feet under them defensively a little bit better. Not as many fouls as it looked like it was going to be in the early going. Well, ready to get this third quarter underway. That was a fast-paced and entertaining first half, and as you look down at the bottom left-hand corner now, or was your left-hand corner of your screen, Morgan Holbert, one of the Mustangs' key contributors on this team, you'll notice is in street clothes after a knee surgery earlier last week, but certainly hoping that he'll be back in action by the first of the year. Mustangs with an upcoming schedule that should be fun and challenging. Our next broadcast will be at Crawford. I believe that's Tuesday night. So we are back to work here in the third quarter. Miles Davis from the top of the key. Mustangs back into that man-to-man defense. This is Chancellor, and around back up top for Stevens. Slapped out of there. Here's Brady Bolender down the floor with the left hand. Shot up. That's a little bit too strong. Trace Bagan with the rebound. The putback is good. Trace Bagan with his first 2 points of the night. Cullen flips it out to Davis. Drives in. Now hung up. That one was tipped and taken away by Dylan Schwarting. Now playing with that right hand taped up. And there's Jared Nelson laying it in for 2 more, and the Mustangs on fire coming out of the halftime break. They lead it now by 20. Top of the key to Davis. Into the paint for Lashley. That one off the back of the iron. Gets his own rebound. Drives into the free throw lane, and then a hand check going to be called on one of the Mustangs. Now that'll be Jared Nelson picking up his 3rd foul. 6:53 to go, third quarter. Jared Nelson now with 3 fouls. Carson Hinn comes in. Nelson's going to have to head to the bench. Davis to inbound it. Over the top he goes to Lashley. Dylan Schwarting nearly got a hand in there and took it away. Lashley works to the left side. That's Cullen on the wing. Now back to Davis. Davis will try the left-hand dribble, picks it up, guarded closely by Carson Hinn. Lashley comes around and bails him out. Lashley is going to draw the blocking foul. That's going to go against Carson Hinn. That'll be his first. .6:32 to go, third quarter. Over the top to Stevens. Right back inside. Carson Hinn picks up his 2nd foul. Reached in trying to deny that entry pass and whistled for the infraction that time. 6:29 to go. 3 fouls on the Mustangs to start this third quarter. Lashley in the corner, works to his left. Free throw line. Back out to Davis. Davis will back it out of there and taken away by Trace Began. Good defense that time by Trace to get a hand in the passing lane and take it down. Brady Bolender lays it up, but he is fouled. That'll be Chancellor picking up the foul. And that is his third. Brady Bolender to the line. He's 0 for 2 from the line tonight. 6:10 left to go, third quarter. First one is good. The Chancellor out and Austin Ferreter into the Bobcat lineup. Bolender lines up another one. And this one also is good. Cullen works against Bolender, and Brady going to be called for the hand check, and so officials calling it a whole lot closer now in this second half than they did in the first. 30-8. Lashley with a quick trigger off the inbounds. Rebound tipped around, finally controlled by Dylan Schwarting. Had an outlet man streaking down the court, but couldn't get it to him. Lashley drives in, pull-up jumper. That one's well short. Battle for it underneath, held ball, and this will be Mustang basketball on the alternating possession. And again, we can't say it enough. Congratulations to the Gordon-Rushville one-act cast and crew, along with their coaches, district champs. They're headed to the state competition next week. Congratulations. The Gordon-Rushville one-act play and a job very well done. Fantastic. If you didn't get to see it, it was a fantastic production. Lashley lost the handle, got it back somehow. Lays it up and in for his first 2 points of the night. And now we got a foul called on the Bobcats. It's on the floor. Let's see who this is on. So go against Miles Davis. That's his first. 5:21 to go, third quarter. Carson Hinn gets it into Began. Bolender nearly lost it, got it back. Hinn tried to go inside, able to track it back down. Lashley all over him, but he finds Bolender. Cross-court pass, but taken away by Miles Davis. Davis works against Hinn. Big bounce pass to Lashley, and now another hand check. Seen a whole series of these. Now this is Bolender again, and that'll be his second. Jared Nelson comes back into the game. Dylan Schwarting will get a little bit of a breather. Dylan still trying to deal with that tape on his right thumb. There's a shot that's off the mark. Bolender there for the rebound. 4:57 to go, ahead to Nelson. Nelson works against Stevens, curls it back out. Now he'll maintain the dribble. Right back down the lane he goes. Turnaround jumper blocked by Davis. Out to Bolender. He'll drive in, kicks it out. Hinn in the corner for 3. That one is off the mark, no good. Tipped and saved back in by Corby Campbell. Good play by Corby to keep that one alive. 4.5 to go. Corby with the shot. That one is good. Corby Campbell's got 4 points. His first point since the opening dunk of the game. So here's Cullen keeping a hold of it, keeping it alive, and then saved right back in by Campbell, but Hemingford able to get a hold of it. Stevens into the corner for Aaron Ferreter. That one is good. 32-12, 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Bolender in the corner, drives in, off the glass, good, count the basket, and one. Good move that time by Brady Bolender. Now they give that foul to Luke Cullen, that is his second. now Chancellor back in, along with Ezra Ray. Trace Bagan will get a breather. Logan Dexter into the Mustang lineup. Bolender with a chance for the three-point play is good. Bolender, after going 0 for 2 from the line in the first half, is 3 for 3 in the second. Now Brady gets a little bit of a rest. Corbin Bailey into the Mustang lineup. Aaron Ferreter double teamed, but able to get out of it. Bailey nearly with the steal on the other end. Out of bounds. Hemingford maintains possession with 3:46 to go in the third quarter. Cullen out near midcourt, picks up his dribble. That's a dangerous place to pick your dribble up, but he's able to get it to Ezra Ray, but he's going to be fouled. I think that's Logan Dexter who draws the whistle, and that'll be his third. Ferreter to Ray on the left wing. Davis guarded closely by Carson Hinn. Mustangs have been in this man-to-man defense the whole way in this third quarter. I believe that was a 3-second call. It'll turn the ball over to the Mustangs with 3:21 left to go in the third quarter. Jared Nelson back in there. He'll trigger the offense between the circles. Dexter on the wing. Campbell swings it to Nelson on the wing. He'll work into the paint. Kicks it out to Bailey, traveled. .304 left to go, third quarter. Corbin Bailey had the right idea. Had a hard time hitting the brakes that time. Under 3 to go. Lashley out front, guarded by Bailey. Drives in, picks up his dribble. Now he's hung up, finds Ray cutting to the basket, flips it up and under for 2. Ezra Ray with his first 2 of the night. Nelson down the lane, flips it up, count the basket and the foul. Give that foul to Aaron Ferreter. That is his first. Now Bagan and Mulcahy will check in. Campbell and Hinn to the bench. Jared Nelson with 13 points, trying to make it 14, and he does. He is a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line. 38-14. Mustangs steadily pulling away. Ray pulls it back out. That ball tracked back down by Lashley. Lashley brings it over between the circles and resets the offense. It goes down low. Nice backdoor cut that time by Ezra Ray. Two minutes left in this third quarter. Into the corner for Trace Bagan. Three-pointer, good! Trace Bagan with 5 points, all of them in this second half. 41-16, 1:50 to go. The Mustangs have not been nearly as content to stand out there and take that three-pointer in this second half, and now we got a blocking foul called. I think this is going against Corbin Bailey. That is his second. Dylan Schwarting now minus that tape on the hand, back into the game. Jared Nelson to the bench. So Lashley at the free throw line. 1-and-1 opportunity here. The first one is good. Nobody really realized that was a 1-and-1. That is the 7th team foul on the Mustangs here in the second half. So the 1-and-1 bonus for the Bobcats the rest of the way. 1:38 to go, third quarter. Lashley lines up the next one. That one also is good. Mustangs quickly down the floor. This is Dennis Mulcahy to Logan Dexter. Nicely done. Aaron Ferreter onto the wing for Lashley. Lashley, nice baseline move, but he left it short. Chancellor there with a rebound, the behind the back shot, but cleaned up by Miles Davis. Mulcahy brings it up top, cross to Shorting. Back to Mulcahy into the corner for Trace Bagan. Three-pointer, that one is off the mark, no good. Chancellor with the rebound. Under a minute to go in this third quarter. Ray nearly traveled with it there. Gets it inside to Chancellor, back out to Lashley. Free throw line jumper, and we got an offensive foul. That is on Brandon Chancellor. That is an offensive foul, and that is number 4. The 4th foul on Chancellor. So Corbin Bailey crosses the timeline with it. 35 seconds to go. Lashley tips that one out of bounds right into the Mustang bench. And if they weren't paying attention to the game, they certainly are now. 43-20, 33 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Bailey back to Schwarting. Top of the key, flips it back around for Bagan. Now Mulcahy at the top of the key. Dexter gathers it in, not sure who that pass was meant for. Finds Bailey streaking down the lane. Flips it out to Schwarting and then taken away neatly by Lashley. 13 seconds for the Bobcats to work. They got a hand in the passing lane there. Mustangs trying to get down the floor in a hurry. Now 6 seconds. Lashley lost track. Holy cow! Lashley lost track of time. He took that long three-pointer. It is good. Knocked down, a chance for a 4-point play. Lashley hit the floor hard. He didn't realize there was quite as much time on the clock as there was. They call that foul on Corbin Bailey. That's his 3rd. A great shot. Pulls Hemingford back within 20 with 3.6 seconds left to go in the quarter. Free throw is off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound. Austin Ferreter with the putback. That is short. And at the end of 3, the Mustangs out in front 43-23.
You won't notice any untamed acreage here, a retaining wall that needs rebuilding, or an old gnarled tree stump in the middle of a field. Why? Because it's already been taken care of. That's why. New Holland has the power and versatility to create whatever world you imagine. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on any compact tractor at your local New Holland dealer. New Holland, equipped for a new world.
Well, folks, there are wins and losses in basketball, and sometimes sprained ankles and chipped teeth. The sport of basketball isn't always pain-free, but at Gordon Dental, pain-free is always the goal. Visit Dr. Robert Ferguson and his staff at Gordon Dental for a pain-free, exceptional dental experience. And don't forget to check out the great selection of sale items now at Hins Clothing in Gordon. They've got a great selection of sportswear, casual wear, jeans, shoes, and much more. Come to Hins Clothing in beautiful downtown Gordon. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Lashley traveled with it, faked himself out that time. One too many head fakes, and he'll turn it over to the Mustangs. 8 team fouls on the Mustangs, 5 on the Bobcats as we start the fourth quarter. Nelson works to the right wing, looks, keeps the dribble, curls to the free throw line. Now he'll pull it back out. He'll try the three. That one is short. Tipped out of there, and Campbell saves it back in. Pays the price as he skids out of bounds, but he kept it alive. And now Carson Hinn hung up, but Brady Bolender there to bail him out. Nelson in the corner, and he is going to be called for an offensive foul. Jared Nelson picks up number 4 on the offensive foul. Nelson a little bit gimpy coming to the bench. Bailey back into the game. 7:21 to go in this fourth quarter. Cullen brings it up the floor. Finds Lashley on the left wing. Lashley drives baseline, up and under, and that is good. And I missed that as I was trying to keep score. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to keep everything up to date, and we missed that one. So here's Davis down the lane. Shot up off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Bolender. Mustangs come the other way. I think we finally got the scoreboard correct. 45-25. Not able to keep up. Apologize for that. 6:42 to go, fourth quarter. On the wing for Davis. Back out to Stevens. Now Lashley at the top of the key, guarded by Hinn. Lashley trying to find some room, working off the pick. Rebounded there by Campbell. And ahead to Bolender. Quickly down into the corner for Carson Hinn. He'll try the three. That one no good. Bagan is there for the rebound. That one tipped around and controlled by Austin Ferreter. Hemingford has the basketball. 6:05 to go in the fourth quarter. And another steal by Brady Bolender. Down the left side, lays it up and good. Brady with 7 points in the second half. And a blocking foul on the Mustangs. That'll be a 2-shot bonus now. Now the official trying to decide who to call that foul on. Finally gives it to Carson Hinn. So it'll be 2 shots for Casey Lashley. So double bonus the rest of the way for the Bobcats. 5:46 to go, fourth quarter. First one finds its way home. Wholesale changes for the Bobcats. As Hinn and Bailey come to the bench for the Mustangs. Mulcahy and Nelson back in there. Lashley's second, no good. Rebounded by Jared Nelson. Nelson into the corner for Bolender. Three-pointer in and out, no good. Tipped around. And Aaron Ferreter comes out of there with it. 5:35 to go. Lashley will reset the offense. Works against Jared Nelson. Back to the wing for Aaron Ferreter. Ray and into the corner for Lashley. Ray, and now they go inside, or tried to go inside for Chancellor. Ezra Ray for three. That one is no, he was on the line, good for 2. He's got 6 points, all of them in the second half. And the Mustangs will turn it over again. 47-28, 4:55 to go, fourth quarter. Lashley comes to the bench as he's replaced by Brian Turek. And there's a traveling call as Aaron Ferreter got hung up and drugged the foot. 4:48 to go, fourth quarter. The Mustangs jumped out to that big lead at the half. They haven't really been able to expand it a whole lot. Bolander on the wing. Works, now comes down the lane. Try to finger roll into the midst of three Bobcat defenders. Ray on the wing goes down to the baseline for Aaron Ferreter and then blocked out of bounds by Nelson. Dexter and Bailey in, Campbell and Bolander out. And this may be the end of the night for Campbell and Bolander. So here's Turek with it. Out between the circles, Aaron Ferreter. Ezra Ray had it, lost the handle. Say it's out of bounds off of Dennis Mulcahy. .405 to go, fourth quarter. Here's Turek in the corner. Over the top to Ray. Ray hands it off to Aaron Ferreter. Now back to Ray, drives baseline, and a blocking foul called on the Mustangs. That'll go against Mulcahy. Mulcahy wearing number 15 instead of 20 as he was listed in the roster. Ray's first free throw no good. Bagan and Nelson now to the bench. Into the game now for the excuse me, for the Mustangs, number 45, Cade Fisher. Second one is good for Ray. So 3:49 left to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs lead at 47-29. Bailey tries that inbound or that entry pass. Turek took it away and laid it up for two. Mulcahy back the other way, 3.5 to go. Mulcahy guarded closely by Turek, hands all over him, no foul. Carson Hinn drives baseline. Good, strong move that time, but couldn't finish, and it'll stay with the Mustangs. Carson Hinn looking to the bench, trying to find what call they want. Over the top to Bailey. 3:15 left to go. Hemingford now in a 2-1-2 zone, looks like. Onto the wing for Hinn, and now the corner to Dexter. That one's tipped and taken away by Cullen. 3-on-2. Cullen will peel it back out. Under 3 to go. Lashley sets up for three. That one's off the mark. Chancellor's there for the rebound. Stevens misses the putback, and there's Fisher with the rebound. Saved by Carson Hinn, and finally a reach-in foul. Things were getting a little rough there. Kyler Stevens finally called for the reach-in. That's his third. Number 6 on the Bobcats. So the Mustangs now will be in the 1-and-1 after the next foul for the last 2:47 of the game. Mulcahy on the wing. Now to Dexter. Pull-up jumper for Logan Dexter is off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Mulcahy. Carson Hinn has it out front. Under 2.5 to go. Onto the wing for Bailey. Shot up, and that one falls off, no good. Rebounded by Chancellor. Cullen will bring it up the right side. Cullen to the baseline, and taken away by Bailey. Bailey 1-on-2. Now he'll pull it back out. 2:05 to go. Reach-in foul called this time. Give that to Brandon Chancellor. That is number 5, and he will take a seat on the bench with 2:03 left to go. Now we've got more coming into the game. We got to see if we can find who's who on the roster here. Alex Plog comes into the game for the Bobcats. Bailey with a 1-on-1 opportunity. The first one is good. .203 to go, 48-31, and he made them both. 49-31. Ray has it on the wing, works against Mulcahy, drives in, and a blocking foul going to be called on Dennis Mulcahy. .152 left to go. Ray heads to the free throw line. He'll have 2 free throws. First one is good. Stevens comes out of the game, and in comes number 23. We'll have to see if we can figure out who that is for you. Looks like that's going to be Hunter Stevens. Second free throw, no good. Fisher with the rebound, and then he's going to be called for traveling. So Hemingford will get it back here with 1:47 to go. And now we've got an offensive foul on Hemingford. They're going to call Ezra Ray for his first. .49-32, 1:47 to go. And the Mustangs will bring it up the floor, trying to run out this final minute and 40 seconds. Working against the 2-1-2 zone of the Bobcats here. Carson Hinn on the wing. They go high post for Dexter. Right back out to Carson. Cross court pass for Bailey, and into the corner it goes. High post, Fisher, shot up. That's no good. That'll be Hemingford coming the other way. Turek onto the wing, trying to keep track of who all we've got here. Hunter Stevens, that one's nearly taken away by Mulcahy. Mulcahy trying to find somebody, flips it up and then has it taken away. And now Dennis going to be called with the foul. No, not. They're going to call that on Fisher instead. His first. 1:05 to go. That'll put Stevens at the line for 2. The last 4 or 5 minutes of this game have really started to drag on with all of these free throws, both teams being in the bonus. 49-32, 1:05 left to go. First one is no good. Second free throw on the way. And that one finds the mark. Well, Bailey brings it up the floor. Under a minute to go in this one. Onto the wing for Hinn. Cross court pass for Mulcahy. Now back to Bailey. Bailey steps back, takes another run at it. Bad pass that time, and a reach-in foul. And it's going to be called against Plug, and that'll be a Mustang 1-and-1 opportunity. Oh, they called that on Carson Hinn. So they get Carson Hinn with his 4th foul, and it's going the other direction. Plug with 2 free throws. 44.1 seconds left. First one no good. Now Andrew Blackout comes in. Logan Dexter to the bench. Second one is good. Makes it 49-34. 40 seconds left to go in this one. Corbin Bailey crosses the timeline. Try and just dribble some time off of that clock. Onto the wing for Carson Hinn. Cross court pass. Nearly taken away, then slapped out of bounds. Brought back. This is Justin Franzen in the game. Justin lets one fly. That one's off the mark. 17 seconds. Taken away by Carson Hinn. 11 seconds. Corbin Bailey should be able to just dribble this one out. And the Mustangs will start the season 1-0. Going to come away with a 15-point victory. Final score 49-34. We'll take a look at some final scoring totals here. Corbin Bailey finishes with 2. Dylan Schwarting finished with 11. Brady Bolender with 7. Corby Campbell finished with 4. Carson Hinn 2. Trace Bagan 5. Logan Dexter 2. Jared Nelson finished with 14 to lead the Mustangs. For the Bobcats, Luke Cullen with 4. Miles Davis with 6. Brian Turek with 2. Casey Lashley all in the second half. Finished with 10 points. Ezra Ray also all of his points coming in the second half. 8 points for him. Aaron Ferder finished with 2. Alex Plog with 1. And Hunter Stevens with 1. Final score, Mustangs 49, Bobcats 34. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We look forward to seeing you. I believe that's Tuesday. Let's take a quick check of that. It is December 5th. We will be on the road at Crawford December 5th, whatever day that is. I do believe it's Tuesday. We'll have that game for you. Look forward to seeing you then. So we're at Crawford, then we won't be doing the game at Shadron, but then our next broadcast will be December 12th at Hyannis. So the 5th at Crawford, the 12th at Hyannis. And then we've got one more against Bennett County before the Christmas break. Thanks again for joining us. Say thanks to all of our fine sponsors tonight. Gordon True Value, Gordon Superfoods and Ideal Market of Rushville, Open Range Beef, Gordon Dental, Hinn's Clothing, the First National Bank of Gordon, Gardner Lautzenheiser and Ryan, Strong Insurance, Bank of the West, the Italian Inn in Gordon, Grocery Mart, Modern Farm Equipment, Gordon Memorial Health Services, Hinn's Home Furnishings, and the Sheridan County Journal-Star. For Gene Anderson, I'm Clint Anderson saying thanks for joining us here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday night.